Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is story about what if Naruto get a sensei that will work with him and a team that respects him. Part 1. Before I start, please do support for more amazing content and comments for part 2. Do consider to subscribe my channel and share my video to your friends and check out the description as well. Let's start the video. Somewhere in the village hidden in the leaf, Enko Mitarashi was sitting in her apartment. She was thinking about her life in Konoha and how bored she had been lately. Sure, she had her missions, but they were just not enough right now. God, this sucks, Enko sighed out loud. There is nothing to do, Enko screamed, stomping all around her apartment. Would you give it a rest? I know you are bored, you have only been saying it for a damned week. Why do you not just rejoin the ANBU if you are so bored? Enko looked to the brunette sitting on the bed. Because they are too uptight. The mission is kill the target and go home. You know I like to play with my prey. Well, you need to start leaving the other jounin alone. What? Why? Enko asked in shock. Well, Asuma is so messed up right now, he might actually stop smoking, she exclaimed, rolling her eyes. Well, if he put more effort into his training instead of shogi and smoking, he might stand a chance, Enko retorted while crossing her arms. Then there is that new one, Kurenai? Enko cut her off right there. Hey, is it my fault that she only used genjutsu on me? I mean, come on, I do not know how she even made it to jounin. What about you? Hataki is still limping around. Enko quipped with a smirk. Well, he slapped your ass, and that is my right alone, the brunette quipped right back. Oh, is my little puppy jealous when I am touched by others? Enko cooed sitting on the brunette's lap. You are a bitch, the brunette said bluntly while wrapping her arms around Enko. Now that is the kettle calling the pot black. Enko leaned in and gave her lover a deep kiss before getting off her lap. But I am still bored. AG. Why will you not shut up? You know what you need? What? What do I need? Enko asked. You need to find someone to teach you to calm the fuck down. Wait, why are you looking at me like that? What did you just say? Enko asked. You mean for you calming down? No, before that. Finding some help? No, after that. To teach? Now the first and second part together. Find someone to teach? The brunette asked, tilting her head before she was tackled from the bed to the floor. Hana, I love you. Enko shouted, burying her face in the other girl's chest. In KOCA and breathe, Hana gasped out. But before she could say another word, Enko grabbed her by the arm and dragged her out at top speed. At Konoha Ninja Academy, the students were just getting back from lunch when Irika started taking roll call and noticed that one of his students was missing. Oh no, not again, Irika thought. Have any of you seen Naruto? Irika asked the class. Why would we want to see that loser? Especially when we can look at my Sasuke-kun, yelled a blonde in a ponytail. For once, I'm going to have to agree with Ino Pig. Naruto is the most annoying person I know, but you are dead wrong in thinking Sasuke-kun is yours. He is mine. A girl with long pink hair spat out venomously. Bark, bark, bark. You are right, Akamaru, he does smell worse than the kennels at home, Kiba added in, and the whole class was now laughing at the expense of Naruto, all except one person. From her seat on the top row, Hinata was glaring daggers at both Sakura and Ino. You stupid bitches, when will you give up? Sasuke-san does not like weak girls. He does not care how long your hair is. You failed to show him the respect and honor that he deserves. I am the only one that is strong enough to stand by his side. In the name of the Hyuga clan, I will show them the truth of this matter. That is it. I have had enough, roared Hinata. The whole class stopped what they were doing and stared at Hinata. Haruno, Yamanaka, I have been watching you since day one, and every day is that same, yell, cry, fight, and swoon over Sasuke-san. You are nothing but spoiled little kids used to getting anything they want because of this. Your skills in the ninja arts are non-existent. You are both weak and you both are disgraces to your clans. You make me sick. Hinata spat, voice dripping with hate. Hinata, being the top kunoichi to be of their class, never really said much to anyone. For Hinata to speak out with such hate was unheard of, and with the other students looking back and forth from Hinata to the reeling Sakura and Ino, things were going to get out of hand real quick. What did you say, you little bitch? Ino bellowed. Yeah, why do you not come over here and say that to our faces? Sakura added. Then we will kick the shit out of you and your freaky-eyed ass. Cha! Inner Sakura shouted inside of Sakura's head. I will gladly put you in your places. As Hinata was getting up from her seat, when Irika yelled out, okay, that is it. I will not have my class interrupted. Hinata-sama, please take your seat. Sakura, Ino, you too as well. But Irika-sensei, Hinata has insulted our clans. In Article 9 of the United Clan Treaty, Ino and I have the right to defend ourselves and our clans, Sakura strongly exclaimed while standing at her desk. I, Sakura Haruno, invoke my right to a duel, for the honor of my clan. She's right, I cannot let her get away with that. I, Ino Yamanaka, hereby invoke my right to a, fine, as your superior, I will act as referee for your match. As you know, I must submit a report to the Hokage as well as you clan heads. The duel will be tomorrow, after your genin exams. Now Hinata-sama, you have the right to pick which duel you accept, an extremely serious Irika said. I, the heiress to the Hyuga clan, Hinata Hyuga, accept both the challenges of one Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino, in a 2-on-1 battle, Hinata calmly stated in a collected voice. This statement caught everyone off guard, but before the situation could develop any further, the door to the class opened and a man with a scarred face walked in. Irika, the Hokage has requested your presence at the Hokage mountain immediately, Ibiki said. Irika rolled his eyes. Again? Irika asked, already making his way to the door. I am afraid so, Ibiki answered, following Irika out the door. At the Hokage mountain a few minutes before, Naruto was already halfway through painting the 4th's head. This is my best work ever. I can finally get them to see what I can really do, Naruto spoke out loud. A little too loud, seeing as that just as Naruto finished the purple spiral on the left cheek of the 4th's face, Naruto began to hear people yelling. He looked down and saw many angry villagers and ninja alike, all of whom were yelling. Get away from there, you little bastard. You have gone too far this time, Uzumaki. You are going to pay for this, you demon. Those were just some of the many things he heard. Naruto was about to yell back when he heard a familiar voice call out to him, Naruto, that is enough of that. Naruto looked down and saw no other than Sarutobi, the third Hokage. Naruto, come down from there and tell me why you felt the need to paint the faces of the Hokages. He yelled just loud enough for Naruto to hear him. Sorry, old man, but I am not done yet, Naruto yelled back and turned to finish his work. The third just let out a sigh. Ibiki, please go get Irika for me. Right away, Lord Hokage, answered Ibiki as he left. Less than 2 minutes later, Irika stepped next to the Hokage. How could he have painted all 4 faces without someone stopping him? Irika asked in awe. No one saw what he was doing till 5 minutes ago, the Hokage said, glaring at all the ninjas that were present. Irika took in a deep breath and bellowed, Naruto. What the hell are you doing up there during class time? Get down here, you moron. Oh shit, that's Irika-sensei. Naruto thought frantically. Hi, Irika-sensei. What are you doing here? Naruto yelled. What am I doing here? Do you have any idea what you have done? Yeah. I painted the faces. Naruto yelled back down. At that moment, Naruto saw 4 ANBU running from the top of the mountain. Alright, here they finally come. It is time to get to work, Naruto thought as he pulled out a kunai and cut the rope holding him to the mountain. He started skidding down the mountainside, zipping past the ANBU. But as soon as his feet touched the ground, Naruto was surrounded by another group of ANBU. You are lucky that the Hokage is right there, or I would. Whatever you say, but I am out of here, Naruto said over his shoulder as he turned to leave. That is when an ANBU reached out to grab him, and when he turned into a can of paint. What the hell? Exclaimed the ANBU in shock. A substitution. As the ANBU were in shock that they fell for a substitution, Naruto was standing on the building to their left. Hey, old man, why are the ANBU staring at a can of paint? Naruto questioned as he took off running. There he is. Get him. The ANBU raged. I am getting too old for this shit, thought Sarutobi as he watched his elite ANBU chase the 16-year-old boy. Naruto jumped from roof to trying and lose the ANBU Black Ops that were following right behind him. As Naruto landed on the next roof, he saw a small alleyway and dropped down, hopping from left to right on the walls to land safely. He quickly ran to the back of the alley, taking the only turn available to him, a left turn. When Naruto made the turn, he ran face first into a wooden fence. As he recovered, he turned to run back the way he came, but saw the 4 ANBU standing there. Give it up, you little shit. There is nowhere left to run, the ANBU in the eagle mask said smugly. Sorry ladies, but I have places to go and people to see, Naruto said with a smirk. Naruto then jumped into the air doing a backflip landing on top of the fence, and then instantly jumped up to the left landing on a nearby roof. Naruto took a quick look around the roof and saw a cooling vent. With the ANBU only seconds behind him, the vent looked real inviting. Naruto shot at the vent like a bullet out of a gun. He grabbed 2 kunai, threw them at the vent's hinges, and jumped in the vent head first. He crashed through the vent at tremendous speeds and began to slide through the twists and turns till he saw the other end. Oh no! The vent is too narrow to get my hands up, he thought frantically. Cray-away-o up! Naruto yelled as he slid head first into the steel vent cover. Naruto smashed right into and through the cover and landed hard on his back onto marble counter. Ouch! Hey, are you okay? The shopkeeper came running over to see if he was all right, but as soon as he saw it was Naruto, it was a different story entirely. You little monster, look what you did! Get the hell out of my shop! The shopkeeper yelled and shoved Naruto off the counter, making him hit the floor with a thud. Go on, get the fuck out, and do not touch my fine china! He yelled again. Okay, shut up already. I am going. Geez. Naruto ran out of the store and made a sharp right. As soon as he made it 5 steps, 3 of the ANBU were around him. On the left was an ANBU in a monkey mask, in front of him was an ANBU in a bull mask, and to the right was an ANBU in a fish mask. The 4th ANBU, the one in the eagle mask, was on top of the china shop, and Naruto had his back to the shop's window. There, now we got you, the fish-masked one said. How about you come with us peacefully now? We might even take you to the Hokage with only a small beating, the bull-masked one tried to reason with Naruto. I have a better idea. How about you go to the closest farm? I think the cows are currently in heat, Naruto said to the bull ANBU. You bastard! I will kill you! Bellowed the bull-masked Anbu in his loudest voice as he unsheathed his katana, with the intent to kill Naruto right then and there. The bull Anbu took a swing aiming to separate Naruto's head from his neck, but, at the last second, Naruto did a split and leaned back to avoid the attack. The bull-masked Anbu went right through the window of the china shop. The Anbu landed and tumbled on the floor until he hit a large, and expensive, china set from Suna, which landed on his head, shattering. The resultant crash knocked the Anbu out, and gave the shopkeeper a heart attack. Naruto pushed himself off the ground and landed on his feet running again. He ran 2 blocks making various turns with the other 3 Anbu right behind him. Naruto was running and dodging people in the streets of the market when a cart of fruit came into sight. Just before he crashed into it, he dropped and slid right underneath it. Before he could get back up, the eagle, monkey and fish masked Anbu jumped over the cart. Eagle and fish landed in front of him, while monkey went behind him. What are you going to do now, demon? Eagle let the last word come out with venom, and it did not go unnoticed by Naruto. Well, first, when I become Hokage your ass is grass. Second, I only have 2 words for you guys, Naruto replied with that foxy grin only he could do. And what, pray tell, might that be? Fish asked. Sexy jutsu, Naruto yelled. A puff of white smoke surrounded Naruto, and as the smoke began to clear, the Anbu saw that Naruto was gone and in his place was a naked blonde girl with strategically placed smoke still around her more private, lower region. The only thing the Anbu could do was the same thing every other guy on the street was doing, and that was to stare. Girl Naruto, or Naruko as she is called, crossed her wrists at the stomach and pressed her together. You do not want to hurt little old me, do you? Naruko asked with a pout. Without warning, every single man and teenage boy went flying with bloody noses, while in the monkey-masked Anbu went flying through the fruit cart. Naruko made a hand sign and puffed back to normal. Naruto was looking at his handiwork when he saw another squad of Anbu approaching. Hey, over there! Get him! Naruto let out a sigh as the chase started all over again. 4.5 hours later, Naruto and the Anbu were still going at it. The Hokage had already gone back to his paperwork a long time ago. Things were looking good for the blonde boy. That is, of course, until he turned a sharp corner and ran into the one guy he did not want to see. Naruto! How are you this youthful day? And where are your flames of youth taking you so fast? Guy shouted at his most exuberant. Guys and Naruto tried to say something only to be cut off by Guy. You know, my youthful little friend, you remind me a lot of my lifetime rival, Kakashi. How would you like to be Lee's rival and keep your youthful flame burning bright for all to see? Guy asked, possibly even louder than before. Naruto looked back to see 6 more Anbu were coming his way and looked back to Guy. Guy-sensei, I am very, very sorry, but this is a matter of life and death, Naruto said in a panic. What are you talking about, my youth? Ugh. Guy never got to finish, for at that moment in time, Naruto had kicked Mato Guy in the testicles and ran away. On his way down to his knees, Guy muttered, very unyouthful before he slumped to the ground. Okay, I need to end this, Naruto thought as he pulled out his custom-made camouflage blanket. Naruto made a mad dash to his desired location, and quickly put up his camouflage. As soon as he put it up, all of the Anbu ran by him, not seeing him. However, unknown to Naruto, one person had seen what he did, and he walked over to Naruto while taking in a deep breath. Why can you not do that well in class? And what have I told you about that damn jutsu? Iruka irately bellowed in Naruto's face. Naruto jumped in the air and landed on his ass. Do not sneak up on me like that. Naruto shot back. Come on, you have a mountain to clean up, Iruka said as he dragged Naruto by the back of his shirt. The next day at the academy, students and teachers alike were all talking about the day's exam, and the fight to soon follow. As Naruto walked into the class, he thought someone had died. It was so quiet Naruto could hear some of the other kids whisper about what he did yesterday, and how they would not have been caught. Naruto just walked up to sit in the back. On the way, he passed Sasuke, sitting with his fingers locked and covering his mouth. Just as Naruto passed him, Sasuke muttered loser just loud enough for the class to hear. Naruto, after having a rough night scrubbing the Hokage faces and a long talk with Iruka at Ichiraku's ramen stand, was not in the best of moods. You know what, Uchiha? You need to go get yourself a dog. Not expecting that, Sasuke raised an eyebrow and asked, why? So you could pull that stick out of your ass and play fetch with it. Before Sasuke could answer, Sakura threw a book at Naruto while she yelled. How dare you talk to Sasuke like that? She then jumped on Sasuke's back, hugging him. You are annoying, is all Sasuke said as he shrugged Sakura off of his back, making her fall to the ground, hard. Naruto was about to hit Sasuke then and there, but Iruka came in with Mizuki. Okay class, settle down and take your seats so we can start the exam. Before I forget, Ino, Hinata, Sakura, he said, gaining the mentioned girl's attention as well as most of the class. Your match will take place after class today, and only if you 3 pass. The Hokage does not believe it is a good idea otherwise. Okay, we will call you all up one at a time for your tests, so when you hear your name, come to the side room, stated Mizuki. One by one, the would-be ninja passed their test. By the end of the day, every student passed except one. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto was sitting on the swing outside of the academy where the new genin were being congratulated by friends and family. That is, of course, until Hinata came out of the academy with Sasuke, Haruno, Yamanaka. I surprise you passed. Are you two going back out of our fight? Or are you going to ace like real shinobi and fight? Hinata asked with an I am superior look on her face. I'm not going anywhere, I was just waiting for you to show up. Ino said. Yeah, let's get this over with fast. Sakura piped up. Then get to it, some of us have plans, Hinata said smugly. Now is my chance to show Sasuke-kun how strong I am. Both Ino and Sakura thought at the same time. Ino and Sakura got into their fighting stances, while Hinata got into hers. Sakura charged in first, throwing a punch dead center to Hinata's face only to have her fist palmed to the left. Sakura's momentum carried her right past the Hyuga. Ino took her turn and did a jump kick. By this time, Hinata had activated her Byakugan and blocked the kick with her forearm. While she was catching Ino's foot, Sakura had come up behind Hinata and tried to sweep out her legs. Hinata had different plans. Hinata threw Ino's foot back down, causing Ino to lunge forward, and Hinata did a palm uppercut on the blonde. Then Hinata turned to Sakura, just as she began the sweep kick, bringing her knee to Sakura's face. Catching Ino's and Sakura's jaws at the same time, both girls hit the ground. Finish this, Hinata, Sasuke said joyfully, obviously enjoying what he was seeing. Hinata looked at Sasuke, and nodded in agreement. She began to drag Ino to where Sakura was. Ino was placed next to Sakura with Hinata standing in between them. What are you doing? Sakura asked in pain. Yeah, you have won. It is over, Ino groaned. Hinata just smiled. That smile sent chills up the other two girls' spines. Then, Hinata spoke. This is what happens when you cross the great clans of the Uchiha and the Hyuga. Hinata shouted loud enough for all to hear. She then brought her arms up and sent two palms downwards towards Ino's and Sakura's chests, while the class looked on in horror. Seemingly out of nowhere, an orange blur jumped in and took the two palm strikes. Naruto had seen the whole fight, and saw what the Hyuga princess had planned, and acted upon it. He had taken the palm strikes to his back and fell, his arms across Sakura and his legs across Ino. It was at this time that Iruka finally came out to see what all the noise was about. What Iruka saw was 3 of his students on the ground and Hinata standing over them. I told you that I would ref this fight. I am sorry, Iruka-sensei, but I did not feel the need for you to waste your time with this, Hinata bowed. Be that as it may, I cannot let this go, Hinata-sama. Iruka said, but it was Haruno's, Yamanaka's fault. Iruka looked over to the last Uchiha. Hinata just came out here when they jumped her, she had every right to defend herself from their jealous attacks. Sasuke lied. With a sigh, Iruka closed his eyes. Okay, go home, I will overlook this. The last thing the Hokage need is to find out his new genin are fighting. Sakura and Ino had both sat up by the time Iruka got there, and were holding their heads. They both noticed Naruto lying across them. Ino looked to Sakura. Did he just save us? She asked her pink-haired friend. Sakura, being just as confused as Ino was, could only nod her head. Iruka looked over the two girls and asked if they were okay. They both nodded. Iruka turned his attention to Naruto, who was trying to get up, as he had started coughing up blood. Iruka picked him up and took him straight to the hospital. When they left, Sasuke walked up to Hinata and put his arm around her shoulder, smirking at the two girls on the ground, and walked off with Hinata. The crowd of onlookers soon left as well, leaving only Sakura and Ino to wonder. To wonder why none of their other friends had came to see if they were alright, and as to why Naruto came to their rescue. Ino was the first to get up and offer a hand to Sakura to help her up. When both girls were up, they started to walk home in silence. As they came to the Yamanaka flower shop/house, Ino spoke. Hey, forehead? Do you know why Naruto did that? No, I don't, pig. I cannot figure out why he helped us. Us of all people? Sakura said, sounding confused. What do you mean by that, Sakura? Ino asked in a huff. Think about it, Ino. Other than Sasuke, you and I treat him the worst. You are always calling him names and putting him down, while I am always beating on him, Sakura said sadly. Ino just looked down. The girls talked for a little bit longer till they both decided to ask Naruto himself as to why he saved them the next chance they got. Later that night, in Konoha Hospital, Naruto was just waking up looking at the same old white ceiling he knew all too well. I hate this ceiling, he said out loud to no one, not knowing he had a visitor in his room. Why would that be? Asked a voice in the darkness. Naruto, fearing that someone had came to attack him, jumped out of bed and took a defensive stance. Naruto, calm down, it is me, Mizuki. Mizuki then turned on a light so that Naruto could see him. Mizuki-sensei? What are you doing here? Naruto asked. I came to see how you were doing, but it looks like you are doing well enough, it seems. Maybe I will tell you about the other test after all, Mizuki answered. What other test? Naruto asked. Mizuki quickly told Naruto if he could get the scroll of forbidden jutsu, he could become a genin. Later that night, somewhere in one of the many forests of Konoha. No! Do not do it! Yelled the wounded Iruka. And why not? He deserves to know why he is hated before he dies, Mizuki silkily said as he looked to Naruto, who was very confused. You know of the Kyubi no Kitsune, the nine-tailed fox demon, right? Mizuki asked. Yeah, it was killed by the fourth Hokage who died along with him, was Naruto's answer. Mizuki started laughing wrong as always. The demon was too powerful to be killed. So do you know what the fourth had done? No? Then let me tell you. No. You cannot do this. Iruka yelled, trying to get Mizuki to stop. His pleas only fell on deaf ears. The fourth sealed the Kyubi into an orphan baby. A little blonde boy, who no one wanted, Mizuki said with a sick smile on his face. Naruto dropped to his knees with a look of shock on his face. When Iruka saw this look, all he could was smirk. He finally knew why the village hated him, and it was not even his fault. Mizuki started to laugh again. So you see, brat, you are the nine-tailed fox. No, Naruto. Do not listen to that bastard. You are not the Kyubi. You are Naruto Uzumaki. The Jinchuriki. The container for Kyubi. Iruka yelled to Naruto. By this time, Mizuki was getting sick of Iruka. You know what? I was going to kill you later, but I think I will just do it now. Mizuki was about to take out Iruka, when he heard a voice from behind him. You want Iruka? Well, you will have to go through me first, Naruto said maliciously with his voice full of hate. Mizuki was laughing. Just like we thought. Fine. Have it your way. I will be a hero. The man who killed the demon brat who stole the forbidden scroll and killed his sensei. Mizuki ran at Naruto, who just smirked and put his hand together yelling Shadow Clone Jutsu. Within seconds, 143 Narutos filled the woods and attacked Mizuki. Iruka was in shock at what he saw. He learned the Shadow Clone. When it was all said and done, Naruto and Iruka went to see the Hokage and left Mizuki to the ANBU. At the tower, Naruto, I am very proud of you. You handled yourself like a true ninja, and that is why I am approving Iruka's decision of making you a full-fledged genin, said the third Hokage proudly. Naruto was jumping for joy, before the third said more. Naruto, your secret is yours to keep. Make sure you can trust whomever you tell, the third said softly. Thanks, old man. I will see you tomorrow, Iruka-sensei. As Naruto walked out the door, he passed several jonin as they came in the room. As Naruto walked out of the tower, he could not help but to think about what had happened to him that day. First, he had failed the genin exam, saved Ino and Sakura, Mizuki tried to kill him and Iruka, and he also learned that he was the container for the Kyubi. Naruto was so deep in thought, he had not even noticed that there was someone else in the alleyway with him. What is with this kid? He is acting like a zombie. Oh well. I am going to have myself a little fun with him, thought of the trench coat wearing jonin. She was now standing in front of Naruto. He was too deep in his thoughts to notice, so he walked right into her. Well, into certain parts of her. As soon as he realized his face was in Enko's ample, Naruto fell back with a face brighter than anything he had in his closet. You know, you little pervert, most guys would buy me a drink first. But if you like me that much, I have 5 minutes to spare, Enko said, sounding a little too enthusiastic. By now, Naruto was panicking. Is she serious? Is she going to kill me for touching her? Or is she going to rape me? Well, you see, I was just. Naruto tried to talk. His mouth was moving but the wrong sounds were coming out, and he could hear a deep laughter coming from somewhere. Enko just walked up to Naruto and knelt down in front of him. What is wrong, kid? Don't you like my tits? Enko asked in a hot whisper. Naruto's nose had busted out in a flow of blood as he tried to crawl away, but Enko just crept closer. I have to get out of here. There is no telling what this crazy woman is going to do, he thought as he looked around for something to help him. That is when he saw his reflection in a trash can and the idea hit him. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto yelled and about 48 Narutos took off in every direction they could, some even jumping into the trash cans. Enko, not being fooled by a simple bunshin, just reached out and grabbed a Naruto by the hair and pulled him close to her face. Do you think that will work on me, kid? She asked. The Naruto in her hand just smiled and disappeared in a cloud of smoke. What the hell? A shadow clone? Enko stated in surprise as the other 47 clones continued to vanish from sight. In the Hokage's office. Okay, we all know why we are here, so let us get down to business, said the Hokage while looking through all of the genin profiles. If you would excuse me, Hokage-sama, I am not needed for team placement, so I will take my leave, Iruka said with a low bow before walking towards the door. As soon as he opened the door, dozens of Naruto's clones came running in the room. Not wanting to deal with it, Iruka slipped out of the room. Keep her away from me. There has to be a way out of here. Came many voices at once. Hey, look over there. One of the Narutos pointed towards a window before jumping through it, and as Naruto jumped out, all the other Narutos followed suit. Asuma, Kurenai, Kakashi the Third and all the other jounin had the same look on their faces. A look that said, what the hell? That boy is going to be the death of me, thought the Hokage with a sigh. Just then, the roof above the Hokage's desk caved in and 7 more Narutos came crashing down on top of the desk, poofing from existence right in front of the aged leader. Now if there are no other interruptions, it is time to do what we came here for, Sarutobi stated, obviously irritated. Lord Hokage, I do not wish to take a genin team. I am hoping on improving my own skills, Kurenai said. The third sighed. Kurenai, you know I like to have at least 3 of my elite jounin with the genin teams. I know that, sir, but I feel that I am not ready to teach them when I myself still have much to learn. Sarutobi placed his hands on the desk. Very well, you are free to go. I am sorry, my lord. Kurenai bowed and opened the door only to find a grinning Anko and a pissed-off Hana. Hey, am I late? Anko said, walking and still dragging Hana behind her. Kurenai left the room quick with a scared look in her eyes. Asuma took a few steps closer to his father, and Kakashi sent an angry glare. Anko? Hana? What are you doing here? Asked a confused Hokage. Anko gave off a wicked smile. I am here to get myself some genin to play with. What? Hana yelled. Anko, I have spent the past 2 years trying to get you to train our genin, and the one time I do not ask you to, you show up. What made you change your mind? Sarutobi asked. Boredom, Anko said bluntly. And why are you here, Hana? Asked the Hokage. Before Hana could get a word in, Anko spoke for her. She is going to help me with the little maggots. What? Why am I going to do that? I am only a chunin, because I said so. Hana was about to say something, but Anko kept going. And then I will recommend you for the jounin test. Hana's eyes were wide with shock. She had taken the test last year, but she failed to make the cut due to a dirty trick from a silver-haired man who groped her in a smoke screen. And the idea of taking it again suited her just fine. Now, back to the matter at hand. Anko, am I right to assume you are familiar with this year's genin? Yes, Lord Hokage, I am, stated Anko. Okay then. Kakashi, are there any genin you wish to have on your squad? Asked the third. Uchiha Sasuke, he said without a second thought. Okay, does anyone have any objections to Kakashi training the Uchiha boy? Asked the Hokage. Nope, Anko said, not caring. Nor do I, said Asuma. Yes, sir, I was hoping to train him, said a random jounin with a mustache. Are you able to teach the boy how to use his Sharingan? Kakashi said with a smug voice. And no, I can't, the jounin said, looking away. Okay then, Kakashi, you will get the Uchiha. However, as you know, since he is top of the class, that means you must also take the student with the lowest scores, the third stated. And who might that be, Lord Hokage? That would be Uzumaki Naruto, said the third. That is where I do have an objection. I have planned on having Uzumaki Naruto being in my squad along with Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino, Anko said with pride. What? You want to assemble a team with the 3 lowest scoring genin? I say let her have them, Kakashi laughed out. Anko, I hope you have a good reason for wanting to break team traditions, stated Sarutobi. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Let me start with Naruto. In the academy, Naruto has the lowest test scores and almost no participation points, but there have been times where he has shown great skill and knowledge. I will only point out his most recent demonstrations. The painting of the stone faces of the Hokage. No one even saw him do it till he was almost done. Then, he led ANBU, the best that Konoha has to offer, on a chase that lasted over 4 hours, not to mention how he managed to steal the scroll of forbidden jutsu. Anko said the last part, smirking at the Hokage. When you put it like that, you are right. There is no way Naruto is the dead last in the class, Asuma said with a look of amazement. I must agree with you as well, but what about the other 2? The elder Sarutobi asked. Yamanaka Ino and Haruno Sakura, because of the choices they made in being fangirls. They neglected their training, but they by no means lack the knowledge or the potential to be great, and when we get them away from the Uchiha boy, they will be able to focus on their training, and due to their rivalry, they will push themselves further and harder, not wanting to lose to one another, Anko said. You bring a good argument to the table, Anko, and I for one cannot find anything wrong with your team. Does anyone else have problems with it? Asked the third. Like you said, I cannot argue with that, and I will take whoever is left, said Asuma with a smile as he walked out the door. Well, in theory your team is great, but on paper it will be the worst team to be assembled in the history of Konoha. But whatever, he shrugged. If you take the 3 worst genin, all that means is that you will have to spend more time on the basics, said a very smug Kakashi. Anyone can train a prodigy Hatake, and that would be boring. So we're going to turn those 3 into real shinobi, and they're going to earn it without those little eyes you like so much, Anko said, grinning as Kakashi vanished in a swirl of leaves. Well, congratulations, Anko, you have your team. I look forward to seeing how you handle Naruto, said a smiling Hokage. Oh, don't worry, I already put the fear of God into him. Let us go, Hana. Anko left while Hana followed with a look that said, why me? Elsewhere in Konoha, Naruto was running for his life down the streets of Konoha as fast as he could until he made it to his house, unlocked it, ran in and slammed the door shut. What the hell was that? Naruto panted out, thinking about Anko. He walked through his apartment only to find a small package sitting on the table. Naruto opened it and found a notepad with a note. He rolled his eyes and read the note. Hey kid, I'm just telling you that I will be back soon, and if you didn't pass the genin exam this time, I won't ever give you your father's scrolls. Jiraiya, P.S. Put my research with the rest. Naruto let out a long sigh, walked over to a desk and dropped the notepad with the other 12 next to his copy of Ika Ika Paradise, as he made his way to the kitchen. That is until… Oh, come on! Are you not even going to read those notes? Asked a new voice. No, I prefer the finished book over the no. Naruto stopped dead in his tracks. Who is there? Naruto asked as he grabbed a kunai to defend himself. Ha. You are not going to find me out there, kid. Why don't you come down and say hello? Came a chuckle. With that, Naruto's body fell to the floor and he blacked out. He opened eyes to find that he was no longer in his house, but in a dark, leaky sewer with blood-red pipes running every which way. Where the hell am I? Naruto asked out loud. Just turn around, the voice came again. Naruto did what he was told, and when he did, he received the biggest shock of his young life. He saw a massive cage door with a piece of paper that read seal in the middle, but that is not what surprised him. What had surprised him was the 30-story fox behind the cage. And it just sat there, staring at him. By now Naruto had more than enough bricks to build a life-size copy of Konoha. What is the matter, kid? Never seen a great demon before? Asked a very amused fox. Kyubi, but you are supposed to be dead, Naruto said just above a whisper. I guess I was wrong, you are not as dumb as you look. However, as you can see, I am alive, Kyubi said with a smirk. So it is true? You are inside of me? Why didn't Ero-sennin tell me? Or the old man? They were going to tell you the day after becoming a chunin, but that Mizuki guy beat them to the punch, said Kyubi as he laid down on the floor. Oh well, at least they were going to tell me eventually, Naruto said looking down. Hey Kyubi, can I ask a question? Naruto asked, looking up to the great fox. Go ahead, Kyubi said with a sad voice, knowing what was coming. You do not seem all that evil. So, why did you attack the village? Naruto asked, taking a seat on the ground. It was not one of my prouder moments, Kyubi said with a small smirk. Before I attacked your village, my mates, Nibi and Serai, had come down with a rare disease that can be fatal if not cured quickly. While I was out gathering the proper herbs for the medicine, I was attacked by two other Biju, Rokubi no Raiju, the six-tailed weasel, and Chichibi no Kaku, the seven-tailed badger. But why did they attack you? I thought you were their king. The young blonde squinted his eyes in confusion. And who are Nibi and Serai? Naruto asked, interrupting the great fox. Kyubi growled before explaining. First, do not interrupt me again. Second, that is why they did it, in hopes that one of them would become the new demon king. They almost succeeded, too, but then Rokubi thought he could finish me himself, and he turned on his partner. With them attacking each other, I was able to get the upper hand and win. Although I was too weak to kill them, I did give them injuries so severe, they are probably still trying to heal. And Nibi and Serai, like I said, were my mates, and they were two of the most powerful demons to come out of the cat tribe. It started with Nibi, and then I met her sister Serai. I still don't know how I ended up both of them. Kyubi said that last part with a sick grin. That still does not explain it. Why did you attack my village? Naruto asked, wanting to hear more. I was getting to that, Kyubi began, irritation clear in his voice. When the fight was over, I made my way back to Serai and Nibi, to see how they were doing. But Kyubi trailed off, looking down at the ground. Naruto just sat there looking confused. But what? He asked. But when I got back, I found them both dead, and it was not from the illness. They had been killed. Naruto was surprised that a demon could sound so sad and angry at the same time. So I looked for who could have done it, and what I saw sent me into rage. I saw a man with a proud smirk on his face, and your village's symbol on his headband. At that, Naruto stood up in shock. Before you ask, I don't know who he was. He sank into the ground before I could bite his head off. All I know is he had the headband, yellow eyes, and the smell of a snake. Knowing where the headband came from, I set off for your village. There were hundreds of your shinobi tried to keep me out, and in my weakened state, they were doing just that, but they were taking losses fast. Soon they all stopped their attacks, and that is when I noticed a blonde man standing on a cliff, ready to fight. So I turned to meet my new opponent. He was by far the most skilled human I have ever seen, but as jutsu after jutsu failed, he vanished. I had a hard time believing a man such as he would run, but 5 minutes later, he reappeared on the same cliff as before. This time, however, with a small bundle in hand. I turned to face him once again as he set the bundle down, and that is when I saw that the bundle was a sleeping infant. Kyubi paused and looked to Naruto. So as I looked on in confusion, the blonde man, which I can only guess to be your father, started going through hand seals. Before I knew what was happening, Shinigami appeared behind him and took his soul, and I blacked out. When I finally came to, I was trapped in here. The fox said, looking around. My father was the 4th Hokage, Naruto said softly with wide eyes. Well, you look just like him and have the same scent, you do the math. Naruto stood there just trying to take in all of the information until he spoke. Kyubi, I do not blame you for the attack, and I am sorry about your family. It has almost been 16 years. I am fine, kid, Kyubi answered. Okay, I have some more questions, said our spiky-haired shinobi. Only if I can ask my own questions. Kyubi didn't ask, he stated. Naruto looked a bit surprised, but nodded anyway. How come you have never talked to me before now? It was the way the seal was designed. I could not speak with you until you were made aware of me. Ha! With the way the villagers treat you, I am shocked it took this long, the fox answered. Okay, now it is my turn. Why in the bluest of blue hell do you wear that god-awful orange jumpsuit all the time? Kyubi asked, almost vomiting at the sight of the offending piece of clothing. Naruto's face just hit the floor. Hey, I like orange for ball. Naruto yelled. Oh please, I have seen that Mato guy wear better looking spandex. And do not call me for ball, brat. Naruto and Kyuubi talked and argued for most of the night until Naruto remembered he had his team placement the next afternoon, and went to sleep. The next morning in Konoha, Naruto was getting ready to leave his house so that he could find something to do until it was time for him to get assigned to his team. However, as Naruto was about to go outside, Kyuubi stopped him. What the hell do you think you are doing? Kyuubi asked, in an almost panicked tone of voice. Nothing, I am just going out cause I am bored. What is it to you anyway? Naruto asked, trying to hold back a smile. What do you mean, what is it to me? Look at yourself. You cannot do this to me, no! Kyuubi yelled, barely keeping himself from smirking. Naruto asked, What do you mean, Fox? You know damn well what I mean, boy, and I will not let anyone see me like this. What are you talking about? No one can see you. Now if I could find a way to never have to look at your ugly mug again, then I'm set, Naruto said wistfully. You know for a fact that everyone knows I am sealed in you, you little shit, Kyuubi said, starting to get mad. Yes, I do know that. A sick smile crossed the blonde's face. I also know that the people of the village are going to think you drove me over the edge, believe it, Naruto said as he reached for the door, only to have his arm seize up on him. What the hell is this? Naruto yelled, looking around to see if he had fallen into an enemy trap. I am pumping chakra into your arm, it is mine now. Now, with his right arm and hand under Kyuubi's command, Naruto went for the door with his left. To his great dismay, however, his right hand grabbed his left, and stopped it from turning the handle. Naruto managed to shake his left hand free from the other's grasp, and slapped the top of it. Kyuubi, not liking that, slapped Naruto's left hand. The little slapping game went on for a few more minutes, until Kyuubi decided to change the rules of the game and slap the left one, hard, before turning towards Naruto, making his eyes widen. No, don't even think about it, Naruto warned, narrowing his eyes. Just then, his right hand lunged at his face. Naruto quickly brought up his left hand to stop his right. Naruto fought with his hand until the struggle sent him out of his window, and out into the streets, where the people looked on in horror, as they feared the demon was trying to escape. Their fears were increased when Naruto spoke. Give it up! Give it up, or I will break it off! Naruto yelled, with his knee on his right forearm, pulling at the wrist with his left until he felt Kyuubi give back control of his arm. He stood up, and glanced around at all the scared villagers, hearing the loud whispers. He snapped. We need to get out of here before he kills us. We must inform the Hokage about this. Is he going to kill us wearing that? That is when everyone noticed that Naruto had changed his clothes. He was wearing a new solid orange jacket, orange gloves, orange ninja sandals, and an orange leaf headband. Everyone on the street was dead silent, out of fear of what the demon might do to them. After regaining his composure, Naruto set off down the road while getting the weirdest looks. I told you people would blame you for the way I look, and the arm thing you pulled only helped in the matter, Naruto laughed to himself. Laugh now while you can, but I will have my revenge, Kyuubi threatened. Naruto walked down the road for a little while, until he sensed someone watching him. He walked slowly, keeping an eye out for anything suspicious, until he found who was watching him. Naruto looked at a brick wall, where he could see a foot sticking out of the wall. He walked up to the wall and leaned up against it and spoke. You know, Konohamaru, you are getting better at concealing yourself. I almost missed you there, but your foot is sticking out, he said right before Konohamaru jumped out. Damn, I thought I got you this time. So, where are you going? Konohamaru took a second to look the blonde over. What the hell are you wearing? He yelled, taking a step back from his friend. Oh, this? Someone made fun of my orange jumpsuit, so I decked myself out in all orange, to get back at him, Naruto said, sounding somewhat proud of himself. So you did that to yourself to get back at someone? Konohamaru asked, confusion evident in his voice. Naruto, you need help big time. You know that, right? Asked the younger of the two boys, sighing. Hey! I like orange, why does everyone hate it so much? Naruto asked, throwing his arms up in frustration before walking away. Hey Naruto, where are you going? Konohamaru asked, catching up to Naruto. I do not know yet, but I think Erosenin is back in the village, the blonde answered, putting his hands on the back of his head. Wait, you sure Jiraiya-sama is back? Do you think you can get him to sign my books? Konohamaru asked excitedly. Naruto put his hands over Konohamaru's mouth faster than he could blink. Sure. Keep it down, you know I don't want anyone to know I gave you those things, Naruto said, narrowing his eyes at Konohamaru and looking around suspiciously. Sorry, Konohamaru said through the hand. It's fine, but if the old man thinks I'm corrupting the village's youth, who knows what he'll do? Naruto said with a shudder. Hey, speaking of Grandpa, he said you took down a traitor that attacked you and Irika Sensei yesterday, that true? Konohamaru asked. Yep, I sure did. And I learned a really cool jutsu at the same time, Naruto smiled. It's called the Kage Bunshin. And unlike the regular Bunshin, these clones are solid, and you get to keep all the knowledge they obtain. Unfortunately, they give you a headache when you dismiss them, Naruto said, pride in his voice and a smile on his face. You have got to teach me that. Konohamaru yelled with stars in his eyes. No way, that's my ace move. I don't want anyone else knowing it, Naruto said, still walking until he saw that Konohamaru had stopped. Okay then, I guess I will just have to tell everyone about your dreams about Tsunade-sama, Konohamaru said with a grin that would make Kyuubi proud. In 0.2 seconds, Naruto went white. You wouldn't dare, Naruto growled, burning a hole straight through Konohamaru. Try me, Konohamaru said, his smirk still on his face. Fine. You win, I will teach you. Naruto caved. You know you are a little bastard, right? Naruto asked with a glare that would have killed Konohamaru if it could. Where do you think I learned it from? Konohamaru asked as he walked past him with his hands behind his head. You just lost to a 10-year-old kid, Kyuubi said. Just shut up. Naruto did not want to argue at the moment. Elsewhere, at the Harino residence, Ino was standing outside, debating if she should knock. She knew she and Sakura were not on the best of terms still, and that with the exception of Sakura and her grandmother, Sakura's clan hated her. But Ino wanted to get back her best friend, took the chance and knocked on the door. Just a minute, I will be right there. Mrs. Harino opened the door with a smile, but when she saw it was Ino on the other side, her smile left her face. What do you want? I would like to see Sakura, please, Ino said, bowing in fake respect. Mrs. Harino gave Ino a scowl, as if she was nothing more than trash. If you try anything, I will see to it that you, and your clan, are exiled from Konoha. Mrs. Harino's voice was full of hate, and she shut the door in Ino's face. What a bitch. Ino thought. I am sorry for my daughter. Ever since she learned she will become the new clan head, she thinks that Konoha belongs to her, said an elderly woman, with a soft smile on her face. Ino turned to the voice to see Sakura's grandmother standing with one of the Leaf's most powerful kunoichi. Kamiko-sama, Tsunade-sama, I did not see you there, Ino said. It's fine, dear. I was just taking a little walk with my old student, Kamiko said, looking at Tsunade. But I thought that you were trained by the third? Ino asked. I was, but I still had to go to the academy just like you, girlie, Tsunade said happily. It was at this Sakura opened the door. Hi grandma, Tsunade-sama, she said happily before looking to Ino. Sorry about my mom, Ino, she just hates you because you were fighting with me over Sasuke, Sakura said, a trace of sadness in her voice. So, what are you doing here? Well, that seems to the question of the day, Ino said before sighing. Sakura, I don't want this anymore, I'm sick of fighting you, I'm done chasing Sasuke. Ino said, looking down. Are you kidding? Sakura asked. Ino just stood there with a hurt look on her face. I was just about to go to your house and say the same thing. I want my best friend back, Sakura said, smiling softly. Ino looked and smiled back, before moving forward and hugging the rosette, who hugged her back. Thanks, don't mention it, Sakura added. Hey forehead, you want to go train, so next time we won't get our butts kicked? Ino suggested, while breaking their embrace. Before Sakura could answer, Kamiko spoke up. Is there something I should know about? Sakura and Ino froze. Well, you see, Ino and I got into a fight with this Hyuga bitch, because she insulted us and our clans. We fought her, and she kicked our asses, Sakura said. It would have been worse if Naruto did not jump in and save us, Ino added in. Well, it seems like you two owe Naruto a debt of gratitude for saving you too. But let us forget about that for now, and let's get going, Tsunade said before turning and walking away. Where are you going, Lady Tsunade? Sakura asked. You two got your asses kicked, right? Tsunade asked in a matter-of-fact way. Both young kunoichi nodded in agreement. Tsunade looked at Kamiko, who just gave a knowing smile before walking back inside. So that is why I'm going to give you two some training. Both Sakura and Ino stared at Tsunade, then at each other. To be trained by one of the Sannin? And just out of the academy? Was the only thought in the girls' minds. But then another thought came to Ino's mind. Tsunade-sama? Tsunade looked at Ino. Why are you including me? I mean, Sakura I can understand, but me? Ino asked, biting her lip. Tsunade just turned towards Ino, then shot a quick glance to Sakura, and smirked. Ino, you were, and still are, Sakura's best friend. You two might have your differences, but you are always there for each other. Hell, I would go as far as to call you two sisters. So, where I see Sakura as a daughter, I see you in the same light. In my book you are family. Right, Sakura? She said, looking to the Pinkett. I always wanted a sister, Sakura said, smiling. Ino was so happy that tears of joy were flowing freely down her cheeks. Thank you, Ino said, still crying. Oh, come on, enough crying, Ino pig. If you don't pay attention to what Tsunade-sama is going to teach us, I am going to end up even better than you, Sakura said teasingly. That was more than enough to pull Ino out of dreamland. Even better? Ha! That is a laugh. The day you are stronger than me in anything is the day I kiss Naruto Uzumaki's right ass cheek, Ino said, smirking. Fine, then the day you are stronger than me is the day I kiss Naruto Uzumaki's left ass cheek, Sakura said, also smirking. I am so going to hold them to that. They are so screwed, Tsunade thought. Somewhere else. Nado aoe? Uized, lie, Athenian easonly. 1. Konohamaru was through a mouth full of noodles. Huh! Naruto was confused. Do not talk with your mouth full. Konohamaru looked at Naruto for a minute before swallowing. Sorry, what was with all that sneezing? Oh, no idea. Maybe some cute girls were talking about me, Naruto said, rubbing the back of his head. Hokage's office. Well, Enko, thanks to your last-minute request, you managed to avoid the council's objections about you becoming a sensei. But it's only a matter of time before they find out, however. The Hokage took a puff of his pipe. By the time they do, it will be far too late for them to pull you out, Sarutobi said. However, because of your past, and Naruto's burden, they will try everything they can to get rid of you. Can you be prepared for them, Enko? Sarutobi asked. Of course I can deal with those retards. Why do you keep them around anyways? Enko asked with a what the hell look. They do sometimes make my job easier, but most of the time I ask the same question. The Sandaime shook his head. Anyways, Enko, as of 5 o'clock p.m. today, you will be the Jounin Sensei for Team 7's Harino Sakura, Yamanaka Ino, and Uzumaki Naruto, the third said. Elsewhere in Konoha, Naruto, Sakura, and Ino all stopped dead in their tracks, a cold chill running down their spines. Are you okay? Konohamaru/Tsunade asked Naruto/the two girls. Yeah, I'm fine. I just feel like something really bad just happened, all three said in complete unison, despite being on the other sides of the village, looking towards the sky. Back in the Hokage's office. Well, Enko, would you like to go on a walkthrough or your new students' homes, so you know what you're dealing with? Sarutobi asked. Yeah, I do, but I don't want their parents to know that I am their sensei yet, Enko said. That will not be a problem, Enko. I will inform them that it is classified information, until the children know, the third said with a smile. Harino residence. Enko and the third were standing in the middle of Sakura's room. Nothing out of the ordinary. Enko stopped and sniffed a few times. What is that? Do I smell smoke? Enko asked, turning to the Sandaime Hokage. Yes, I do believe so, he said, looking at the closet. Enko went over to the closet and opened the door. As soon as she opened it, Enko was engulfed in smoke. After a few minutes of hacking and coughing, the smoke cleared. Enko and the Hokage looked to see where the smoke came from, and what they found was the remains of a training dummy and hundreds of burned pictures. Upon closer inspection, they found all of the pictures were of the Uchiha boy, and the dummy was dressed in what looked to be his old clothes. Well, I guess that her crush is over with. That just makes my job easier, Enko said out loud. Indeed it does, stated the Hokage, a little shocked at what they found. I guess that means I get to look around, Enko said, and with an evil grin, made her way to Sakura's dresser, opening the top drawer. Let us see bras, panties, and some wow, would you look at that red see-through, lace with black trim. This girl has some good taste, she thought. Enko kept looking through Sakura's dresser for a while longer, but soon gave up on finding anything. Oh, come on, the girl has a burnt effigy in her closet. I know there is something here, Enko said in frustration as she fell onto Sakura's bed. Looking to Sakura's nightstand, she saw a crimson ribbon neatly folded on it. Enko let out a sigh and got up off the bed to leave. Damn, this sucks, she shouted. I am sorry, Enko, but not everyone has a trap door where they hid things. The Hokage smiled. Whatever, let's just go over to the next one. Enko turned to leave, but not without kicking the bed a few times, and after the fourth kick her heard part of the bed fall off. Shit! Sarutobi heard the sound as well before it let out a sigh. Enko fixed the bed, looked over the side of the bed. She saw that part of the bed's leg had fallen off. Inside the leg, however, was hollow. Enko only thought one thing, pay dirt. Enko reached into the hollow leg of the bed, pulling out two things, a book and small red velvet bag. Enko looked at the book first with an evil smile forming on her face after seeing what the book was. It was, in fact, Sakura's diary. In some training ground, Sakura fell right off the tree she was running up. Why do I feel like my life is over? Sakura thought. Why are you asking me? I know the same things you do. I only let you know what you want, and what you're thinking. Inner Sakura said nonchalantly, and before Sakura could say anything to her inner self, Tsunade walked up to her. Sakura, why are you just sitting there? Get up and do it again. Ino is already 8 feet up on you. Tsunade said. Why yes, ma'am, let me try it again, Sakura said, running up the tree. I will not let her beat me. Tsunade just gave a knowing smile. Back in Sakura's room, Enko, I don't think you should read her diary. It is an invasion of privacy, said the third in a stern voice. Oh, come on, Hokage-sama. This is why we're here, so I can get some info on her, and all I know is that she is really pissed at the Uchiha kid. And I for one, would like to know why. For all we know, she could be planning on killing him, so I am obligated to read this for his safety, Enko said in a so-their way, while the third sweat dropped. Enko opened the young Kunoichi's diary to a random page, and began to read out loud. Date, September 2nd. Today I finally learned the jutsu that Sasuke-kun likes so much. I hope I can use it soon, so I can get him to notice me, but it takes so much of my chakra, I can only do it once, then I am too worn out to do anything else. I need to find a way to build up my chakra, but hey, I still learned it. Ha, I almost feel bad for Piggy, she does not stand a chance now. I wonder what jutsu she was writing about, the third said out loud, interrupting Enko's reading. I will be sure to share that with you when I find out, Enko said, answering the Hokage's question. Enko then turned to another page. Date, September 20th. I was thinking about that crystal again. I wish I knew where I got it. I want to ask my mom if she knows, but part of me keeps saying it is a secret, and I shouldn't tell, or show anyone. But the beautiful white gem has 3 half-orange circles, and the bright yellow jagged line down the middle is just so beautiful. Today I am going to the store to buy a pouch for it, just to keep it safe. Enko then picked up the little black velvet bag, and opened it up before pulling out the item it held. Upon seeing the crystal, Enko's eyes became stars. Sarutobi knew immediately what that crystal was, and was shocked to see half of it missing. So that is where it went. Naruto told me it was stolen. It is going to be funny when he learns what that crystal means, but where is the other half? The Hokage was pulled out of his thoughts when Enko started reading again. Date October 1st. Today I gave Sasuke a hug, and he shoved me to the ground. How can he do that to me? All I ever did was love him. It's not fair. Come to think about it, he has never shown me any kindness at all. Every time I ask him out or something, it's always, no. Go away, or you are annoying. Then, that little bitch, Hinata, had to add her comments. She said I am a disgrace to my clan? Ugh. I hate her so much. I just want to kill her, but she beat Ino and me so easily. I think she would have even killed us if it was not for Naruto. Naruto is another thing. Why did he do that for us? I mean, I know he likes me, but still I guess I will just ask him why after I thank him. God, I hope he does not take it the wrong way. He can be so loud and annoying sometimes. And the clothes he wears. To quote my inner self, he looks like a damn rejected clown. Well, I feel better. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a shrine to burn down. A small silence followed, as the two adults realized just how much some girls were obsessed with the young Uchiha. To be honest, it disturbed them a little. Well, Enko began, breaking the silence, I think I got all I need from here. Let us move on to the next house, Enko said, smiling, before jumping out the window. The third just rolled his eyes and walked out the door. That was, of course, until he was stopped by Mrs. Haruno. Hello, Lord Hokage. I was just wondering how the walkthrough was going, she asked with the most obvious fake smile as she tried to look past the Hokage. I am sorry, Mrs. Haruno, but due to the request of the Jounin assigned to Sakura, I cannot say anything, the Hokage said with respect. Very well, Sarutobi-sama. Sarutobi could hear the anger in her voice as she walked away. Why does that woman have to be the new clan head? The council already gives me a big enough headache as it is, Sarutobi thought as he walked out the front door. He met up with Enko down the street, and they made their way to the Yamanaka flower shop, in Ino's room. Not much difference in the rooms, is there? Enko asked the third. Indeed, save for the flowers in the window, and where the bed is, stated the Hokage. Well, first thing first. Let us check the closet. And with that, Enko went over and opened up the doors, only to find the closet's back wall was littered with pictures of Uchiha Sasuke. Some were ripped up, and others had words written on them like, ass, bastard and the like, all over them. In the center of all this, was a bush bust of Sasuke's head. It had been sliced in half at a diagonal angle. Enko just stared at the sight before her, before turning to the Hokage. You might want to assign an ANBU to the Uchiha boy. He managed to piss off the two kunoichi with enough potential to give Lady Tsunade a run for her money, Enko said in a serious tone. You know, I might do just that. At least it will keep that damned council off my back, and it might mean less paperwork if I assign an ANBU than it would be if I ignored this, Sarutobi said, chuckling. This time Enko started with the bed, hoping to find another diary, but no such luck. She even checked the bed legs, and still nothing. Arg. Why must these girls hide their diaries? It would make my job so much easier if they were in the open, Enko thought. After 2.5 hours of searching, before taking a break and was sitting under Ino's window. Oh, come on! I am a jounin for crying out loud, and I found what? Some sexy sky blue thong and bra, but I cannot find a little girl's diary? She slammed her fist into the floor, out of frustration. As soon as her hand made contact with the floorboard, it went flying right towards the Hokage. When Sarutobi was about to move, Enko threw a kunai, pinning the floorboard to the wall. Enko, you need to watch your emotions better, and to stop breaking things, Sarutobi said. I'm sorry, Lord Hokage, Enko apologized, scratching the back of her head sheepishly. She then looked at the spot in the floor where the loose board came from. And there, in the floor, was just the thing Enko was looking for. Oh, there you are, my little friend, Enko said as she pulled out Ino's diary, and a small black velvet pouch, giving the book a small hug. Enko opened the little bag first, and found the same crystal Sakura's room. I have to find out where they got these things, Enko said out loud. The third's eyes grew wide at the crystal. Ino has the other half? Naruto, my boy, I wish you good luck. Enko put the crystal back in its pouch, and picked up the diary. She was about to open it when she saw an explosive tag on the binding. What the hell is this? She yelled, shocked to find that a 15-year-old girl would put an explosive tag on her diary. She looked around the room for something she could use for a replacement jutsu, but came up with nothing. I guess I will just have to disarm it, Enko thought to herself. She put her hand just above the tag, and began to channel chakra into the tag. After a few seconds the tag went black and fell off. You know, she is going to know that we were here now, the Sandaime said. Meh, she'll think it was her dad or something, Anko said, waving her hand in front of her face. She then opened Ino's diary. At the training ground, Ino stopped, dead in her tracks, and took a fist in the face, and went down. Oh my god! Ino, are you alright? Sakura asked, worried for her friend. I'm sorry. I thought you would block it, Sakura said, kneeling towards Ino. Yeah, do not worry, I am fine, she said as Sakura helped Ino up. But I just got the feeling something is wrong, she added. Ino, you let your guard down, and gave Sakura an opening. You are lucky this is only a spar, or you would be dead. Get up, and try it again. You still have a few hours before you two get your teams, so try it again, Tsunade ordered. Yes, Tsunade-sensei, both Ino and Sakura said. Back with Anko and the Hokage. Anko started to read from the diary. Date, August 28th. When I got home from the academy today, Mom was waiting for me. She said that because I would be graduating soon, she thought she would teach me a jutsu from her side of the family. I never even know there were ninja in Mom's family, let alone Mom being one. Oh well, looks like Sakura is out of luck. Sasuke-kun is mine. Damn, this one has a secret jutsu too, Anko said out loud. The receipt states Mrs. Yamanaka's family members were all farmers and botanists. But in reality she is a refuge from grass, the third said, shocking Anko a bit, but soon recovered and turned to another page. Date, September 20th. I went to the market today, so I could try to find a small box, or something, for my crystal. Damn, I love that thing, but where did I get it? I still cannot remember. Oh well, I am sure it will come to me. When I arrived at the store, I found this perfect little bag, and in so many colors. I was going to get the violet one, but someone grabbed it at the same time as me. When I saw who it was, I was shocked. It was Sakura. After a few words, I let her have the violet one. I grabbed a black one that looked better anyways. When I asked Forehead what she was going to put in it, she said it was none of my business. Oh well, I just came back home so I can put my crystal in it. So do you know what these things are, Hokage-sama? Anko asked. Yes, I do, Anko. It is, however, a double S-class secret, and I cannot tell you right now. But you will learn about it someday soon. I am sorry, Sarutobi said in a stern voice. Anko just rolled her eyes and mumbled something about dumb laws before going back to Ino's diary. Date, October 1st. Today I was all set to win over Sasuke, but before I could do anything, Sakura jumped on his back, hugging him. At first I was mad at her, but then that asshole all but threw her off. I was going to go over to see if she was alright, but then all that stuff with Naruto and Hinata happened. When I and Sakura got our asses whipped, Naruto jumped in and took the last hit. A hit I am almost sure was aimed at our hearts. Why? I can't seem to think what would make him do such a thing. Well, it looks like these two have the same enemies, and the same hero. Their teamwork will still need a lot of work, but I might be easier than I thought, Anko said, putting the pouch, book, and the floorboard back where she had found them. You are indeed right, Anko, said the Hokage, walking out the door, while Anko jumped out the window. They met up soon after in front of Naruto's house and quickly stepped in. Anko, I do not have much time left. I have a meeting I need to get to, Sarutobi said. Not a problem, Lord Hokage. I already know a lot about High Dash. Anko was cut off when they heard the front door open, and heard some voices. Great, now we can get that demon where he lives, one voice said. Yeah, we are going to be heroes for burning its lair down, said a second voice. As the two men walked out Naruto's front door, they were met with the irate stares from Sarutobi and Anko. Not caring about Anko, they only saw the Hokage. Lo Lord Hokage, what are you doing here? One of the men managed to get out. I was just leaving. Anko, will you show these gentlemen the way out please, said a very angry and saddened third, as he walked away of the house. It will be my pleasure, Hokage-sama, Anko said, and Sarutobi never heard one scream from the men as he made his way towards his meeting, somewhere in the forest. So, there you have it, Konohamaru. I am the Jinchuriki for the Kyuubi no Kitsune, the nine-tailed fox demon. Hey, you forgot the part where I had two mates. Do I care? Oh, you suck. Naruto just rolled his eyes at the loud fox in his head. Wow, Naruto, I guess that is why the villagers hate you. They all blame you for the attack, Konohamaru said, frowning. Then, a few minutes later, he spoke again. Naruto? Thank you for trusting me with this, Konohamaru said with a warm smile. Before Naruto could say anything, someone else entered the conversation. I came all the back to the village, then spent all morning looking for you, and here you are telling some kid an S-class secret? Who is that kid anyways, sensei? A man with long, spiky white hair asked. That would be my grandson Konohamaru, Jiraiya. And Naruto, I am honored that you trust my family so much. I trust Konohamaru knows what will happen if this gets out, asked the Hokage. Yes, Grandpa, I know, Konohamaru said, rolling his eyes. Yaro Senin. Naruto yelled, hugging Jiraiya. Would you calm down, and how many times do I have to tell you not to call me that? Jiraiya asked. Then stop peeping and I might stop, Naruto said, smiling. So, what are you doing here? Well, I came back in last night and heard what happened, so I wanted to see how you are holding up. I am fine, but the bastard fox will not shut up, Naruto said. Wait, you can talk to the Kyuubi? Jiraiya asked, shocked. Yeah, he said it was the way Dad made the seal. He couldn't talk until I knew about him. Both Jiraiya and Sarutobi exchanged looks knowing what was coming next. Why did neither of you tell me who my father was? Naruto was looking down with shaking fists. Then he looked them in the eye. Why did you not tell me I am the son of the fourth Hokage? At this, Konohamaru's eyes shot wide in shock while Sarutobi let out a sigh and Jiraiya looked sad. Naruto, I wanted to tell you, but your father made many enemies that wouldn't think twice on taking revenge on his son, answered Sarutobi. Naruto, you know your mother and father loved you. We've had a lot of talks about this, Jiraiya said, placing a hand on his shoulder. I know, but when I think who my father was, it just makes me think of what could have been. What if they raised me? Would I still be hated? Or would I be licked? Would I have turned into a spoiled little shit like the Hyuga? Naruto asked with uncertainty. Brat, I can guarantee that you would not be a spoiled little shit. Your mom would have seen to that, Jiraiya said with a smile. Can you tell me about her? Naruto asked, looking to his godfather. Her name was Kushina Uzumaki, and she was by far the most skilled kunoichi the Leaf had ever seen, Jiraiya said fondly. She was also a lot like you, Naruto. Naruto looked at the aged leader. She was kind-hearted, and a lot smarter than she let on. She liked to keep people guessing, he said with a small laugh, and she was loud. Jiraiya added, Do either of you have a picture of her? Naruto asked hopefully. I have more than that. Come by my office later after your team placement. I will have your parents' belongings ready for you, Sarutobi said with a smile. Thanks, old man. Naruto said in one of his rare quiet moments. Well, now that we have that out of the way, I must be going. I am behind in my paperwork. With that, the aged leader took his leave. And what about you, Ero-sennin? Don't you have a scroll for Konoha's newest genin? Naruto asked while rubbing his hands together. Yes, I do, but you are not ready for it yet. You are still too weak, Jiraiya said bluntly. What? You said you would teach me the Rasengan when I became a genin. Naruto yelled. True, I did say that. But I thought you would have had some skill, though. I mean, your chakra control is pathetic. The Gama-sennin sighed. I guess I'm going to have to train you myself. Now, let's go. You are going to learn how to climb a tree, without using your hands. Jiraiya paused for a minute. You too, brat, he said, looking at Konohamaru. -3 hours later. Damn, I am beat. I cannot believe how hard tree walking is, Naruto thought, walking into his classroom. As soon as he walked in, everyone went quiet, save for some whispers. What is he doing here? I thought he failed the test? How can he move after the hit yesterday? Naruto just found himself a seat to put his head down and rest. That idea was quickly thrown out the window a minute later as some people came up to him. Well. It looks like the dead last found some loophole to pass, said Sasuke. It must have been the only way for a loser like him, spat Hinata. Before Naruto could say anything, Sakura and Ino walked into the room, looking just as worn out. Hinata went after them while Sasuke found a seat. Well, if it isn't the pink failure, and the blonde ditz, Hinata said with a smirk. Hyuga, the class already knows you are stronger than us. What are you trying to prove? Sakura asked. Oh, there is nothing to prove. I am just reminding you of your place, Hinata said in a loud voice for the class. Why you stuck up, little bitch, Ino said, her voice full of hate. Before anyone could say, or do, anything else, Iruka walked in. Okay, that is enough of that. Now everyone find a seat so we can proceed with your team placements. Over the next 28 minutes, Iruka put teams 1 to 6 together. Team 7, Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura, and Uchiha Sasuke. Your Jounin instructor will be Hatake Kakashi. To say Sakura was scared of being put on the same team as Sasuke would be putting it nicely. Sasuke was so pissed. He looked like he would kill the next person that sneezed. Naruto was just about to say something, when the door to the classroom opened, to reveal none other than the Sandaime Hokage himself. I am sorry for interrupting, Iruka, but there has been a change in teams 7 to 10. Those of you from teams 1 to 6, your instructors will meet you outside. With the Hokage's words, everyone left, only leaving the third, Iruka, and what would be known as the Rookie 9. Okay, you 9 have been picked for special assignment teams. I will start with Team 7, Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura, and Yamanaka Ino. You will be an assassination team, and your instructor is Mitarashi Enko. The Hokage paused. Naruto, Sakura, and Ino were all shocked. Team 8 will be Hyuga Hinata, Uchiha Sasuke, and Inuzuka Kiba. You will be a frontal assault team, the first in any battle deemed A or higher, and your instructor will be Hatake Kakashi. Team 9 is still in use, so Team 10 will be Abirame Shino, Akimichi Chuji, and Naro Shikamaru. You will be an intelligence gathering team, or reconnaissance team, and your instructor will be Sarutobi Asuma. Now the Hidden Leaf, we have not made special ops teams since the last Great War. This will not be easy in any way. If you feel that you are not up to this, then say so now. Sarutobi waited for a moment, to see if anyone would not take to their assignment. No one said anything. Your posting to remain a secret. Tell no one. If word were to get out, other villages might see it an aggressive move, and you all know what that can mean for us. I wish you all the best of luck, said the Hokage before he left. As he walked out, a large man with a beard walked in. I'm Asuma. Team 10, please come with me. And with that, Teams 7 and 8 were left. No one said anything. That is, of course, until someone broke out into fits of laughter. I can't believe it! They made a team with the 3 lowest students in class. Kiba yelled in between his laughter. Maybe you 3 will get lucky, and get killed on your first mission. That way, you'll not embarrass yourselves too much, Hinata said. Sasuke just sat there with a smirk on his face. Their instructor is probably loser too, Kiba said, opening his mouth again. Well, I was trained by 1-3 Sannin, you little prick. And if I wanted to, I could have killed your little emo friend here 17 times without making a sound while you were talking. Everyone in the room turned to see a purple-haired woman, wearing fishnet shirt and shorts, tan trench coat, and brown skirt, holding a kunai to Sasuke's neck. Team 7, follow the instructions on this scroll and meet me there. She threw a scroll to Ino before vanishing in a cloud of black smoke, leaving a scared-looking Uchiha. Naruto, Sakura, and Ino all stood up and walked out of the room. Outside. Okay, Ino, what does the scroll say? Sakura asked. It says that we need to go to training ground 44, and we need to be there in 7 minutes, or we will be sent back the academy? Ino screamed. What? That is on the other side of town, yelled Naruto. We need to get going, now! Sakura shouted, before all 3 of them took off like bats out of hell. 6 minutes and 49 seconds later, the 3 genin were panting and gasping for air on the ground. Well, you 3 just proved me right. Very few genin could have made it here in time. You 3 have the potential to be the greatest ninja that this village has ever seen. I'm going to work you till you drop, said a grinning Anko. It was at this time that Naruto noticed something about his new sensei. Ah, you are that crazy woman from last night, Naruto yelled, pointing at Anko, and grabbing the attention of his teammates. And you are that kid who tried to get in my pants, Anko answered, crossing her arms with a grin. What? Ino and Sakura yelled in unison. No, I bumped into her, and she then but then you lying bit. Naruto never got to finish, because at that moment in time, he was tackled to the ground by Sakura and Ino. What do you think you are doing? Ino asked, yelling at our new sensei. What is the matter with you? Sakura finished as she and Ino both hit him in the back of the head. They're my top 2 girls, and they have similar personalities. Okay kiddies, stop groping each other. Ino and Sakura both jump up with a blush which Anko ignored. This is the entrance to training ground 44, or as I like to call it, the Forest of Death. We will meet here, every day, at 7 a.m., unless you are on a mission, or are told otherwise. Do you understand? Anko asked, getting a nod from Sakura and Ino, while Naruto just rubbed the back of his head. Well, it don't matter yet anyway. Why is that, sensei? Asked Sakura with a raised hand. Oh, because I'm going to test you little shits to see if you have what it takes, and before you ask I will tell you the test later. Sakura put her hand down as Anko finished. Okay, good. Now I want you 3 to go around, and tell me a little about yourselves, your likes, dislikes, hobbies, etc., etc., Anko said, waving her hand in a circle. What are you talking about, you psycho dash? Naruto was about to say more, but a kunai went right for, and grazed, his cheek. Anko then appeared, right behind him with said kunai in hand. Well, if you're too slow to understand, I will go first. My name is Mitarashi Anko. The Hokage has been trying for years to get me to train a genin team, so you will be my first students. I like dango, and torture. I dislike people who don't see others for who they are, and a certain bastard that I will see dead one day. My hobbies: I like to make pictures out of dango sticks. My dream is not for you to know, Anko said, rubbing her neck and shoulder. Now your turn, ponytail, she said. My name is Yamanaka Ino. I like my friends and flowers. My dislikes are clans that think they're better than others just because they have a bloodline. I hate that Hyuga slut, as well as the Uchiha dick. My hobbies are training, botany, and keeping my hair in good condition. My dream is to be the best kunoichi in all of Konoha, Ino said with pride. She is a little vain but will go far, Anko thought. Pinky, go, she said, ignoring the glare Sakura shot at her. My name is Haruno Sakura. My likes are my friends and sweet dumplings. My dislikes are people who think they are better than others, and I hate the same Hyuga skank and Uchiha asshole. My hobbies are training with Tsunade-sama, and learning medical justice. My dream for the future is to be just as great as my grandmother, Sakura said. Great job, copycat, Ino teased. Can it, pig? It's not my fault you went first, Sakura spat. Anko just rolled her eyes. Okay, Spaz boy, you are up. I am Uzumaki Naruto. I like my new team and ramen. My dislikes are people too stupid to tell the differences between one thing from another. I also hate the Uchiha bastard. My hobbies are panicking, eating, comparing, and trying out new ramen, as well as training. And of course, my dream is to be the greatest Hokage ever, Naruto yelled, throwing his fist into the air. Believe it. Okay, since you 3 are going to be on a team, you need to know what the others can do. I want you all to use your best jutsu. You first, ramen boy, Anko said. Naruto stood up, made a hand sign, and 3 clones popped up. These are my shadow clones. They are free-willed, solid clones, and when they're dismissed, I retain all the knowledge they gathered. Anko nodded, and Sakura and Ino looked impressed. Sakura went next. She ran through some hand signs before putting her right hand to her mouth and blowing out several fireballs in several directions. They all converged on one spot, leaving a rather large fire. That is my Phoenix Flower Jutsu, Sakura huffed out, looking tired. An elemental technique that is quite advanced, Anko thought. She, however, either needs to increase her chakra capacity, or fire is not her element, she noted as she looked at Sakura, who was panting heavily. Wow, that was pretty good, Ino thought, looking at the crater on the ground a few meters away, before shifting her gaze towards Sakura. My technique is better though, and it looks like hers is too hard to do it more than once. She can't handle it, she's wiped. That was awesome, Sakura-chan. You know a really strong jutsu. Naruto yelled, not noticing the slight blush that appeared on said girl's face, which she hid from her other teammate by turning her head to the side a bit. Ino was last to go. She reached behind her head and pulled out a rose. She then channeled some chakra into it, turning it in a whip. She swung it at a nearby tree, leaving a 6-inch gash. That is my rose whip, Ino said happily. Anko had a look of shock on her face. These are the lowest scoring kids? If they really are, then this year's top kids must be some super ninjas if they are better than them, Anko thought. That is a good technique, and it looks like she can do it easily, Sakura thought, biting her lip briefly before she had to stop to gather her breath. That jutsu really took a lot out of her, but it's not as strong as mine and she needs to be relatively close to her target. That is where mine beats hers, she added as an afterthought, making herself feel a little better. Okay, tomorrow you are going on a 7-day survival test. Be here by 7 a.m. and if you are late, or fail, I will make sure you never become a ninja, got it? And make sure you get a good night's sleep, you are going to need it, Anko said before jumping into the forest of death. Can she do that? I mean, make it so we cannot become ninja? Ino asked. I do not know, Sakura said with worry in her voice. It doesn't matter, all it means is I am going to be the first Hokage to never have been a real ninja. Believe it? Naruto said. Hey, how about we go and get something to eat? My treat. Both Ino and Sakura looked to one another and make to Naruto. Sure, why not, I can grace with my company for a while. Ino said, flipping her hand through hair. Well, if Piggy is going, I guess I will come as well. Sakura said, sending Ino a smile. Later that night, Sasuke, Hinata, and Kiba went to the Uchiha compound to get in some training. That idea, however, was tossed aside when Sasuke saw someone that made him charge in a blind rage. Foolish little brother. Sakura woke up the next morning and went through her morning routine, stretching, brush her teeth, shower, the basics. When she got out of the shower, she put on her red battle dress, with a slit cut up to the hip on both the left and the right side for easy movement, and her tight black bicycle shorts. The things I do to look good, Sakura thought, knowing full well that her shorts were 2 sizes too small. Sakura tied her headband to the top of her head and began packing her supplies she would need for her week-long test. She walked out of her room, her bag in hand, and found her mother in the kitchen having her morning tea. Oh, hi Mom. Where were you last night? I didn't see you when I came in. Sakura asked, not really caring where her mother was. She always found her mother to be an overbearing, stuck-up, egotistical bitch. Hey, no wonder she was always pushing me into trying to go out with Sasuke. She already thinks she's an Uchiha, Sakura joked. Oh, Sakura, I have some good news. I'm the new clan head, Mrs. Haruno said with no small amount of pride. But what about Basama? Sakura asked, more concerned about her grandmother than happy for her mother. Mrs. Haruno sneered at Sakura. It's just like you to be more concerned about that woman than congratulating your own mother. But if you most know, she has stepped down, due to the council pressing her age. Therefore, I was asked to step up. So as of last night's council meeting, she no longer has any say-so in clan matters, Mrs. Haruno said, with an evil glint in her eye. Sakura stood there with a hurt look. Oh no, I hope Basama is okay, Sakura thought. Great, that power-hungry bitch is going to run the clan into the ground. Sakura made her thoughts known, and Sakura agreed with her. So, Sakura, did you get on Sasuke-kun's team? Sakura's mom asked. Nope, she answered like she couldn't care less. What? Screeched Mrs. Haruno. Why? We had it all planned out to a T. You would concentrate on studying a ninja code of conduce, and since you don't train properly, you would have no practical skills in jutsu. Then, you would be put with the best in the class, which we both knew would have been Sasuke. Mrs. Haruno went over her plan in her head, trying to figure out how it could have gone wrong. I was on his team at first, but luckily, the Hokage came in and changed some of the teams into new cells, and I'm in one of them. Sakura stopped there, to see if her mother would ask about her team, or that bastard. Sakura, what do you mean luckily? You know how important it is for you to marry him. He can bring the Haruno clan more power in this village. And she never got to finish before Sakura cut her off. I don't care what you think he can do for you. He's a stuck-up, self-absorbed, egotistical bastard, with a stick stuck so far up his ass, he can spit out toothpicks. And let's not forget that he spends all of his free time brooding and whining about his clan. They are dead, we all know that. It's been like 10 years. He needs stop being a little bitch about it, and get over it. You know what? I think his brother just took away his playgirls before he left, and that's why he wants him dead. So if you want him to help with your quest for power, Get off your lazy ass and go get him yourself, you old cow! Sakura yelled, before she began to walk away, with inner Sakura only muttering a damn. Sakura stormed out, leaving a fuming Mrs. Haruno behind in the kitchen. You ungrateful bitch. If you want me to get the power that boy's clan will bring us myself, I will. I'll do just that, Mrs. Haruno thought. Ino was just about to leave her room when she stopped herself. Why am I still wearing these things? I only got them so he would notice them. These things are so stupid, and they don't even keep me warm in the winter, she thought, looking at her arm warmers. She then walked over to her trash can, pulled them off and threw them away. There, now there's nothing left of him, she thought with a smile as she made her way down the stairs. Ino walked into the kitchen to fill her canteen, and found her mom making breakfast. Oh, hi, honey. How did it go over at Sakura's? Mrs. Yamanaka asked her daughter, who was at the sink, filling her canteen. It went great, we're friends again, and we even did some training too. In fact, we're on the same squad, Ino answered with a big smile. Oh, Ino, have you told your father yet? She asked her daughter with a bit of worry in her voice. Ino was confused by what her mother asked. Why would Dad care if I'm on the same team as Sakura? It's not like he's shit! Ino yelled, smacking her head on the counter she was standing next to. It was a well-known fact that Inoichi was proud that his daughter would be the star of the new Ino Shikacho trio, and for that to happen, she'd have to be on the same team as the sons of her father's best friends, Chusa and Shikaku. Just as Ino was about to ask her mom what to do, Inoichi walked in. There she is, he smiled, looking at Ino. Tell me, Ino, how's the new Ino Shikacho trio looking? He asked with great pride. Well, Dad, the thing is I'm not on the same team as the guys, Ino said, biting her lip nervously and sucking in her neck. What? Inoichi hollered. What do you mean? He asked, angry that the Ino Shikacho trio wouldn't be continued. Well, at first I thought I'd be on their team, but then the Hokage came in and handpicked some of us for teams of his choosing. Chuji and Shikamaru got on the same team with an Aburaim, and I ended up on a different team. He said that the skills of our teammates would help balance us out, Ino explained. Oh, and that reminds me, I'm going to be out on a week-long training mission, so I can't watch the store, Ino informed her parents. Inoichi was disappointed that his daughter was not on the team he was hoping for, but was happy that the Hokage himself picked her team. On the other side, Sora was worried sick. She knew what happened to Ninja in the field and heard many stories from Anbu and Jounin. She was not happy about her daughter becoming a ninja. Ino, I'll be right back, I need to go get something, Inoichi said as he walked out of the kitchen. Ino had sat down at the table so she could eat her breakfast, when her mom sat down beside her. Ino, I may not be a ninja anymore, but I was once. I married one and I know what goes on during missions. I want you to promise me you'll be careful out there, Sora said, looking into her daughter's eyes. Ino gave a short sigh. Mom, you're overreacting, but I will promise to take it slow and not get hurt. Plus, I have my team to help me. I will be fine. Ino didn't get to finish before her father came back in with a small red box. He put it in front of Ino before taking the other seat next to Ino. Like your mother, I'm worried about you, Ino. I think it's time I give you the family scroll, so you can learn and perfect the family jutsu, Inoichi said to his daughter as he handed the scroll to Ino. Ino was shocked that her father was giving her the scroll already. I thought I wouldn't be able to get my hands on this till I was a chunin, she thought, staring at it in awe. Inoichi then picked up the scroll from her hands, snapping her out of her trance in the process, and placed it in her pack, so she could read it in her spare time. Thanks, she said with a small voice, before looking up to her parents. I'll do my best to make you guys proud, Ino said with determination. I know you will, but your mother and I are already very proud. So, who's on your team? Inoichi asked. Well, like I was telling Mom before, Sakura is on my team. Before you ask Dad, no, we're no longer fighting, and we're friends again, Ino told her father, who was about to ask if the girls were still arguing. Then, there is Naruto, Ino said, not noticing how the room got ghostly quiet. Mrs. Yamanaka's face became white as a sheet, while her husband's face was so red, he could have blown up and taken over half of Konoha with him. Before Ino could take any notice of this, she checked the clock. Well, I'm going to be late if I don't leave now. I'll see you two in a week. Love you, she said on her way out the door. After about 23 seconds passed. That's it! Inoichi yelled with wide eyes, turning to go after Ino. As soon as he opened the door, he saw that Ino had not even gotten 6 feet away. Ino, wait 1 minute! Inoichi called out. What is it, Dad? I'm going to be late, Ino told her father, but obviously he was not listening. Ino, I know of Naruto, and well, I just want you to get to know him a bit. You know, earn his trust, and find out what he's like. You know, be his friend. Can you do that right, Ino? I'm okay, Dad. That's no problem, seeing as how he's on my team. I think I have to, Ino said, slightly confused as to why her father wanted her to be close to Naruto. Good, now go on before you are late, the elder Yamanaka said before he walked back into the house, leaving Ino very confused. I told him jumping in and out of his friends' heads was bound to screw something up, Ino thought with a smile before setting off to meet her team. About halfway there, she ran into an upset Sakura. Once back in the house, Inoichi walked to the kitchen cabinet and pulled out a bottle of sake and 2 sake bowls, and sat next to his wife. And what was that about? Asked his wife. I just made our Ino into a hero and the Yamanaka clan into one of the most prestigious clans in all of Konoha, Inoichi said as he poured his wife some sake. Really? And how are you planning to do that? Sora asked, while thinking of all the perks of having a hero for a daughter. Okay, Ino said that the demon is on her team, right? All he got was a nod from his wife. Now, I just told Ino to gain the trust of that little bastard. In a few months' time, we'll tell Ino to invite it over for dinner, and then we will kill him. I'll then give Ino all of the credit. She will say it was all for her clan and her late uncle, as she holds the demon's head up high for all to see. Inoichi finished by holding up his sake bowl to hers so they could toast. Sora gave him a look that said it all as she toasted her husband and daughter. So, we got some time before we need to meet Kakashi-sensei, Kiba probed. I think we should do what Senpai said? Hinata suggested. Sasuke only smirked at the memory of the day before. Flashback. Foolish little brother. Itachi, Sasuke said just above a whisper, but Kiba and Hinata both heard him, and looked in shock. Standing on the very roof of the house where he killed his parents stood the village's most wanted man. Itachi! Sasuke yelled as he charged at his older brother. He jumped up, throwing a punch aimed for Itachi's face, which he blocked with no effort. Sasuke then tried to sweep Itachi's legs, which he actually hit. Itachi didn't budge, so Sasuke jumped up, doing a twisting flip in the air, and launched 2 kicks at Itachi, who just dodged the first one and the second kick he caught. The elder of the brothers then sent a single kick to Sasuke's chest, knocking him back to the ground and next to his team. Sasuke, do not be in such a hurry to throw away the life I have given you, Itachi said in a cold, emotionless voice. Life? What life are you talking about? You killed our parents, and the whole clan. I was alone, with nothing but my hate for you. What kind of life is that? Sasuke yelled. You and I were the only true Uchiha left, long before I disposed of those empty shells. They grew weak, Sasuke. They were nothing but slaves in this village. The Uchiha were once a commodity here. Whenever there was an S-ranked mission, they would send an Uchiha. There was a time when the A and B were nothing but Uchiha. There was no one that did not know the name, Uchiha, and the power to come with it. But slowly, things began to change, and this village began to baby the Uchiha, so they became weak. The name turned into nothing more than that, a name. So, I set out to light the dying fires in the clan's souls, and tried to make them see. Out of the whole clan, only one showed me the fire of a true Uchiha. You should not be mad at me for killing all those weak fools. You should hate the village that made them what they were. Weak. Now, tell me, Sasuke, what do you think of the weak? All of what Itachi was saying left Sasuke looking at his brother in a new light. The weak have no place in this world, all they do is hold you back, Sasuke said, quietly letting his brother's words sink in. Itachi himself was now smiling. Evilly, but still smiling, as he walked up to the genin. Good. Now, Hyuga Hinata, are you aware that your clan is on the same path the Uchiha were once on? Hinata was in shock. Not only was the legend of the Uchiha standing in front of her, but now he was saying the Hyuga were to suffer the same fate as the Uchiha. Somehow, she was not surprised. Yes, I am. After hearing your story about the Uchiha, it's all clear to me. Father is obsessed with the politics of the village, and when the council uses the Hyuga to do their bidding, like the obedient dogs we are, we jump and obey every command, Hinata said. Then change it, become stronger, and show them the path by any means. And you are from the Inuzuka, are you not? Itachi asked, staring right at Kiba. Kiba had no idea what was going on. First Sasuke, who had tried killing Itachi, was now standing next to him. And Hinata had this sick little smile on her face. Kiba did the only thing he could think of and nodded. Your clan has been overlooked for a long time and is treated like a lower-class clan. What are you going to do about it? Kiba thought about it, and found it all to be true, making him pissed. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my clan as big as the Hyuga and the Uchiha, no matter the cost. Kiba yelled. Good, but how are you going to achieve your goals? By showing my father that politics will only weaken him and the clan further, Hinata said coldly. I will start by showing this village what happens when you turn your back on a beast, Kiba answered. Sasuke got a grin on his face that actually made Itachi proud. I will show them what a true Uchiha can do, by ending the lives of those that stand in my way. Good. Now I will return in a week and check on your progress. When I feel you are ready, you will join me, and have your revenge on the village, Itachi said in the coldest voice possible before vanishing in a flock of crows. End flashback. Let's go. I need to achieve my Sharingan, Sasuke said, and turned to the Uchiha compound's training grounds, only to see Naruto walking down the road. On second thought, let's have some fun, Sasuke said, and Hinata and Kiba grinned in agreement just as Naruto was walking by. Hey Naruto, what's it like not to have any parents? Naruto just stopped dead in his tracks at Kiba's comment. No, you got it all wrong there, Kiba. He has parents. Naruto turned his head to Sasuke. They just abandoned him because they knew what kind of loser the dope is, so to save face for giving birth to such a disgrace, they just left him in the street, with the rest of the trash, Sasuke finished just as Ino and Sakura came around the corner, while Hinata just laughed at the boy. The raven-haired youth looked up so he could see the damage he had just put on the blonde-haired boy, only to be met with a fist. Sasuke looked forward to see Naruto, only his whiskers were a far darker color, and his eyes, which were narrowed, appeared to have turned red. "Get up, you little cry-baby shit," Naruto growled at Sasuke with such intensity. Kiba's dog, Akamaru, whined and tucked itself into his sweater. Now, with Sasuke's pride hurt, he lunged at Naruto, and took him down by the waist. Then, he let his fist fly right to the side of Naruto's face, then again to the other side. Sakura and Ino could only look on in shock and fear as this happened. Shock from hearing someone say such things, and fear from watching their new teammate and friend getting punched in the face. They were pulled from their thoughts, however, when they heard a few villagers start cheering and hooting. "Yeah! Kill it, kill the demon!" An older villager yelled, pumping his hands in a punching motion. The girls just looked at the man, not knowing why he would call Naruto a demon, but then the others started in, too, with words like monster, freak, and murderer. They all stopped when Naruto pushed Sasuke off with his foot, before getting back to his feet and giving Sasuke a closed backhand to his eye. "Go, Naruto! Show that arrogant prick what you are made of!" yelled Sakura. "Yeah, give him the 16-hit combo," cheered Ino, which earned the girls many glares from the villagers. The fight went on for about 20 minutes, and now Naruto and Sasuke were just going blow for blow. One more minute passed before they both pulled out a kunai and tried to strike one another. That is, of course, until the Hokage stepped in front of them. "Team 7 and 8, my office." Now, he ordered. In the Hokage's office stood all 6 of the genin from Team 7 and 8, with a very angry Hokage staring a hole straight through the 2 bleeding boys. "Now, who wants to tell me why 2 of my newest genin were fighting in the streets like 2 second graders?" Sarutobi asked in calm yet angry voice. After a few minutes, it was Naruto who spoke. "I attacked the Uchiha," Naruto said with his head hung down. "Why?" was all Sarutobi asked. "It doesn't matter why I did it. All that matters is that I attacked a fellow ninja of Konohagakure," Naruto said in a low voice. "But Naruto," Sasuke said. Sakura tried to come to her teammate's defense, but Naruto cut her off. "It doesn't matter what he said. If we had been on a mission, I would have put it in jeopardy, and you and Ino would have been in danger. I won't be the reason for my friend's death," Naruto yelled. Naruto, both Ino and Sakura whispered. Sarutobi was happy at what was coming from Naruto's mouth, but saddened as to why. "Sorry to interrupt, Sensei, but I may be able to help in the little problem." Everyone in the room looked to the window to see Jiraiya sitting there. "What do you mean, Jiraiya?" "The law is clear, and, as much as I hate it, the law states that Naruto must be stripped of his ninja title," the third Hokage said with a sad voice. This news came to Sasuke, Hinata, and Kiba as good news, apparently, as some of the sickest smiles crossed their faces, while Ino and Sakura were shocked. And Naruto, he just stood there, already knowing the law. "Before you do that, you might want to take a look at this. You see, I was there, and I happen to have one of my recording scrolls with me. You know, the one that copies everything set up to 2,484 words? Why don't you take a look?" Jiraiya asked as he gave his old sensei the scroll, while the smiles died from the faces of Team 8. After the Hokage read the scroll, he glared at both boys. "I should have both of you stripped of your ranks. You are ninja of the leaf and your actions reflect us as a whole. Maybe it was a mistake to make you part of the new special ops," Sarutobi said, slamming his hand on the desk. "Sai, I'm going to let this go. If this happens again, I will see to it that both of you are punished to the fullest extent that the law allows me to. Do I make myself clear?" Sarutobi asked. Naruto and Sasuke nodded their heads, both knowing full well the fullest of the law meant death. "Good. Now Sasuke, go to the hospital and get yourself checked out," the Hokage said, and teammate left the room without so much as a bow. After they left, Sarutobi turned to the girls in the room. "Would you two mind waiting for Naruto in the hall for a moment?" Sakura and Ino gave a nod and a bow before they left. "Naruto, I'm not going to say anything about the fight. If I were in your shoes, I would have done the same thing," Sarutobi said with a smile. "You got that right. I saw some of those punches and even felt some of them from where I was," Jiraiya added. Naruto just gave a small smile, while he wiped away some blood coming from a cut above his eye. That's when the Hokage noticed that Naruto was not healing. In fact, he had not stopped bleeding since they arrived at the office. "Naruto, why has the Kyuubi not healed you?" asked the third Hokage. "It is because you are an idiot who lets his temper get the better of him. I'm not going to heal you right now so you can learn the hard way," Kyuubi yelled out in Naruto's mind. Naruto started to rub the back of his head, and gave his fox-like grin. "Well, you see, the fox said I need to learn to keep my temper in line, so he's not going to heal me." "Something about learning the hard way," Naruto said, only to get nods of agreement from the 2 older men in the office. "Naruto, while we are on the subject, do you know why the Kyuubi attacked the village?" asked the curious Hokage. Naruto retold the story to Sarutobi and Jiraiya, and by the end they knew who was responsible, but hid it. "Well, Naruto, that is a lot to take in. Why don't you go rejoin your team, while I think this over?" the now very tired Hokage said. "Okay, see you later, old man." "Oh, and Ero Sennin?" I want my scrolls back. Don't call me that, you little bastard, and I already told you that you are not ready for them yet. Learn the basics I gave you and then we'll talk. Naruto left the room muttering something about old asshole. So it was all Orochimaru, said the tired Hokage in a sad voice. In the hallway, Naruto found a very bored-looking Sakura and Ino waiting for him. So, what's going on? Ino asked. No disciplinary actions will be taken against me or the Uchiha, Naruto said walking past his teammates. Damn it, Ino. We lost our chance to be rid of that Uchiha dick, and our chance at getting a quiet teammate, Sakura said shrugging her shoulders at Ino. Oh well. There's always next time. Until then, there is still one thing we need to do. Right, forehead? Ino asked walking behind Naruto. You know what? I think you are right, Ino-pig, Sakura said walking next to Ino. Naruto started to get a feeling of impending doom. Little does Naruto know, he and this feeling are going to become very good friends. Hey Fox, why do I feel like I'm about to die? Naruto asked. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start healing you now, okay? What are you talking about? Before Naruto was able to finish, he blacked out. And why in the hell were you trying to take all of the blame, anyway? Sakura yelled at Naruto's unmoving form. Yeah, especially after what the Uchiha said to you, Ino added. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Naruto? Sakura asked with her arms crossed. Naruto? Naruto? Ino asked lightly kicking Naruto. Oh hell. Sakura? Ino asked. What is it, Ino? Sakura asked, looking over to her friend only to see Ino pointing to a non-moving Naruto. Damn it. Okay, you grab the left, and I'll get the right. Sakura sighed as both girls grabbed onto Naruto's ankles and began to drag their unconscious teammate to the team meeting. In Naruto's mindscape. Ugh my head, what's the big deal, Fox? Naruto asked, only to get laughed at by the demon Fox. Hey, what the hell's so funny? Naruto yelled. After about 20 minutes, Kyuubi managed to compose himself. I'm sorry, it's just your mates just knocked you the fuck out, Kyuubi said with a grin, trying hard not to burst out into laughter again. My what? Did what? Naruto yelled, and Kyuubi's grin got even bigger. Your mates. You know, the pink one and the blonde one. They knocked you out for being an idiot, Kyuubi said, just waiting for a response he can use against his jailer. Okay, they kicked my ass. I can live with that. I will find out why later. Now, however, I need to set you straight. Sakura-chan and Ino-chan are my teammates, nothing more. They are more like sisters to me, Naruto said, sitting down with his back to the fox. Oh, thank you, to whatever God saw it fit to have me sealed in this brat, thank you. Kyuubi said looking to the sky, or rather, ceiling. This got Naruto's attention. Sisters? Okay then, let's just see what you think of your sisters, shall we? Kyuubi asked, looking to his left. Naruto followed the fox's example and also looked left. Within 3 seconds, an image of Sakura wearing nothing but a white and black two-piece bikini while striking a very sexy pose appeared. Naruto, who was standing, was very red in the face. Then Sakura vanished, only to be replaced by Ino. She was wearing a green two-piece bikini and she was lying on her belly, with her knees bent, and her ankles crossed in the air, with a cute pout on face. What are you? How did you? Naruto stuttered out only to be hushed. Be quiet, this is the best part, the great fox said, and Naruto looked on in horror as one of his biggest fantasies was playing out, right in front of him. On the screen, Naruto was eating one of his 4 bowls of ramen in his apartment. It had been snowing today, and he was now enjoying some nice, warm ramen, when there was a knock at his door. When he got up to answer it, he found Ino and Sakura standing there in the cold. Naruto, it's freezing out here, can you let us in? Sakura asked. Naruto stepped out from the doorway to let his teammates in. Hey Naruto, can you take our jackets, please? Ino asked in a sweet voice. Before Naruto could answer, 2 jackets were dropped on his head, so he put them on the coat rack. When he turned back to his guests, he was greeted by Sakura in the black and white bikini and Ino in the green bikini. Hey Sakura, look! Naruto-kun made us some ramen. Ino pointed to the table, which Sakura was now sitting on. Ino then picked up one of the bowls of ramen and looked at Sakura. Sakura winked at Naruto as she took off her top and leaned back on the table resting on her elbows. Ino slowly poured the warm ramen on Sakura. All Naruto could do was stand there, mouth wide open, and watch the warm broth run down Sakura. Ino licked up a single noodle that was hanging off of Sakura's right while Sakura let out a small moan from the touch of Ino's mouth. Aren't you hungry, Naruto-kun? Both girls asked in a suggestive tone. Back in the real work, Sakura and Ino were dragging Naruto through the streets of Konoha when Ino looked back. She saw a very big smile on Naruto's face. Hey Sakura, what do you think is up with that smile? Ino asked. I don't know, you're the one with that mind jutsu, Sakura stated. Should I do it? Ino asked with a little smile on her face. Go for it, I would like to know what a little goofball like him thinks about. Come on, there's an alleyway over there so no one can see, Sakura stated as they dragged Naruto into the alley. I wonder what that's about, a woman said from the rooftops. Sakura, I'm going to need you to watch my body while I'm in there, you know, Sakura, I'm not very good with this jutsu yet. And the more I think about it the more I feel like I'm about to go swimming in a public toilet, Ino said. Oh, come on, what are you scared of? Sakura asked, trying to push her friend into doing it. Fine then, you come with me, Ino said with a smirk. You can do that? I don't think so. I need to watch both yours and Naruto's body, Sakura said, waving her hands in front of her. Now who's scared? Ino teased. Okay, fine, but if I get stuck in there, I am so killing you, Sakura said. With that, Ino started going through the hand signs, when someone dropped down in front of the two girls. She was about 5 feet 4 inches and had long brown hair that was held in a ponytail. Her eyes were blackish brown. She had lean build that was still somewhat thin. She was wearing black shorts, a red t-shirt and an open jounin vest, with a sword strapped on her back. She had her headband tied around her neck, but the feature that stood out the most was the red marks on her cheeks. So, what happened to him? Asked the woman while pointing to Naruto. Ino and Sakura were just stood there. They knew they were caught red-handed. Well, you see, we were just out for a walk when our teammate passed out. We thought we should get him out of the sun, Sakura said, hoping the strange girl would buy it. Oh, okay, and you were just about to use a water jutsu to wake him up, right? She asked, looking at Ino. Yep, water jutsu, that's right, Ino said, like it was no big deal. Neat. Do you think I can do it though? I do so love the faces they make after you wake them up. Ino and Sakura looked at her like she had two heads before they gave a nod. The woman then leaned over Naruto, did some hand signs, and clapped her hands together. She then opened her mouth and a water ball shot out hitting Naruto's face. There was a scream and then some coughing. What the? Where the hell am I? That's when he saw Sakura and Ino standing there looking at him. Sakura-chan, Ino-chan. Naruto yelled and jumped to his feet. Chan? Ino and Sakura thought at the same time. Hey, wait a minute, did I miss the test? What happened? Naruto asked, and it was in that moment that all color drained from the faces of Ino and Sakura. Oh, I see you three are late for your test to see if you are ready to be genin. Who is your instructor? Naruto, not caring how, or why, this woman was there, felt the need to answer her question. Midarashi Enko, and she said if we were late, we fail, Naruto stated, looking down at the ground. Oh, so you are the brat she's training. Don't worry, the Hokage sent her a message saying you would be late. Before any of the genin could say anything else, the mysterious woman grabbed all three of their hands and disappeared. Before they knew what was happening, Sakura, Naruto, and Ino were standing in front of a very angry Enko. Even with the Hokage saying you were going to be late, it took you far too long to get here. Now tell me why you were late before I make you turn in your headbands, Enko said with a stern face. We had no idea what time it was or how long we were in the Hokage's office, Sakura said. That and we had to drag Naruto half of the way here, Ino added. You were the ones that knocked me out in the first place, Naruto said. Fine. I'm going to let you take the test. This is the only time I will give you a second chance though, understand? Sakura and Ino both let out a sigh of relief while Naruto was jumping up and down. Alright. We are going to ace this little test of yours. Believe it! Naruto said, punching his fist in the air. Hey, I like this kid, Enko, came from the woman that found them. Excuse me, but who are you? Ino asked. I am Enko's best friend as well as your other sensei. I am Hana Inuzuka. And because of Naruto's little dance with the emo, you are all going to run 50 laps around the village. That is if you pass the test, of course. But why do we have to run? Ino asked. Yeah, it was Naruto who was fighting, Sakura added. It is because you didn't stop it. Of course I can see why. Good fights are so hard to come by these days. But the main reason is you didn't help him. All three genin gave confused looks before Enko answered the unspoken question. You are a team. You live as a team. You fight as a team, and you die as a team. If you leave a teammate in need, you are no better than the trash you throw away. And if I see you have left a teammate in need, I will kill you myself. Do I make myself clear? Naruto, Ino, and Sakura had serious looks on their faces, and all three nodded. Good, then it's time I explain your test. You will spend 1 week in the Forest of Death. The genin's faces paled, for everyone in Konoha had heard stories about that particular forest. And you are to get 2 items I have left in there. One is a scroll, located in the tiger fields to the west of the main forest. The other is a small box that is on the east side of the forest. And if you open either of the items, you fail. Any questions? No? Good. Now, get going, your time started 2.5 hours ago. She yelled, and with that, Team 7 took off into the Forest of Death. Enko then turned her full attention to the brunette. So what do you think of them? You were right, they can be great at the Enikage, Hana said. So, are there any among you that feel your genin aren't up to the tasks that their special duties will ask of them? Asked the calm and collected Hokage. I think that Abirame Shino, Akimichi Chuji and Nara Shikamaru were made for this. Shino's bugs are perfect for intelligence where Shikamaru can plan out many different scenarios and Chuji with his combat skills are a great backup if thing were to go wrong, so I passed Team 10, Asuma said. Very good. Now Kakashi, what about you? Sarutobi asked. I passed Team 8. Hyuga Hinata, Uchiha Sasuke and Inuzuka Kiba are all built for assault. Give me a week and we can do B-ranked missions with ease, Kakashi said smugly. I appreciate your sentiment, but I think the D-ranked will suffice, Sarutobi said with a cold voice. Now, has anyone seen Anko? She probably realized what she got herself into, and quit, Kakashi said. Actually, Anko said she couldn't deliver a verdict on her team until their test is done. All eyes turned to the door, and saw Hana leaning against the frame. Okay then, did she say how much longer it will take? The third raised an eyebrow at the look he was getting from the young Inuzuka. Well, it all depends on them, but she said it would take at least 6 more days. The news the occupants in the room just learned made them all more than just a little confused. Before you ask what kind of test can possibly last a week, she threw them in the forest of death for a survival exercise. To say the Hokage was upset would be a tremendous understatement. He was downright pissed, but at the same time he was curious what Anko saw in those kids that no one else did. Asuma was shocked far beyond constructive thoughts, for he knew firsthand how dangerous the forest can be. What? Is she mad? There are Chunin that have problems in there, chuckling, Kakashi added in his opinion. It would seem that Anko is up to her old tricks again. I always knew just because a snake sheds its skin doesn't mean its motives change. She probably has them halfway to Orok. Hitaki, if you even so much as think of finishing that sentence, You'll do what? Kakashi cut off a very pissed Hana. That will be enough, yelled a now irate Hokage, as the two stepped away from each other. You two are ninja of the leaf and you will act like it or I will strip you both of rank, am I clear? Yes sir, Hana said quietly as Kakashi just left the room. Now, what is Anko doing? We are testing their teamwork and skills in a real life or death situation. Their goal is to collect 2 items that Anko has placed within the forest. We do know of the dangers and will intervene if their lives are in real danger. That is why she is not here now, she's watching them, Hana explained. What she didn't say is that Anko was going to keep them in there the whole time. No ifs, ands or buts. Very well, but I would like to speak to Anko when this is said and done. The tone he used told Hana that her girlfriend was in for a chewing out. Yes, Lord Hokage, she replied before leaving the room. How can you still do this job? Asuma asked his father. Sometimes I have no clue. Somewhere near the forest of death, Anko was leaning against some camping supplies trying not to laugh at her students. Flashback. Any questions? No? Good. Now, get going, your time started 2.5 hours ago, Anko yelled. With that, the 3 genin took off like a shot, only to be stopped by Anko, who was now standing right in front of them. Before you go, I'm going to go through your supplies and take out whatever I feel is unnecessary. This is a test after all, Anko said, leaving the 3 genin with 3 different thoughts. Damn it, I spent 4 hours trying to figure out everything I would need for this test and another 3 trying to pack it all. Now she's going to take it, what the hell? Sakura thought in frustration. I hope she'll let me keep my scroll. I was hoping to read it so I can show Mom and Dad they don't need to worry about me, Ino thought with determination. Shit, what are you yelling about now? What, are you stupid? You know damn well I have number 7 with me, and I know you want to read it just as much if not more than I do. Kit, if you lose that book you can forget any peace and quiet that you may have gotten on this little test, Kyubi said in a dead serious tone. Screw peace and quiet. If Sakura and Ino see it, I'm a dead man, and God knows what that crazy woman will do. Naruto and Kyubi would have kept arguing, but Anko had other ideas. Okay, so hand over all bags and pouches. Once Anko had their belongings, she vanished in a dark green puff of smoke. 5 minutes later she came back, but without their stuff. Anko-sensei, where are our bags? Ino asked, wondering what she had taken out of her bag. Anko answered by throwing a scroll to her student. In that scroll is your remaining gear and supplies. You are not to open it until you're ready to set up camp for the night. And after that, you are to carry your supplies. What about water and food? It is only 11 am, Naruto asked. I said not until you make camp. Now talk back again and I will feed you to my snakes. With a loud gulp the genin were all silent. Now get going. Flashback end. Anko sat there chuckling when she saw Hana drop from a tree. So, how'd it go? The Hokage is pissed, and after I kill Hitaki I'm going to kill you, Hana answered sweetly. That bad, huh? Anko asked, rubbing the back of her head. Which part? The part where I had to tell him about the forest, or the part where that one-eyed bastard said you were taking them to Orochimaru? Hana spat. He said what? Anko was on her feet now, and she was pissed. God damn it. How many times do I have to prove that I'm not with that fucker? Look Anko, I know you are not and the Hokage knows as well, and that's all that matters anyway, Hana said, wrapping her arms around Anko's waist. Anko returned the gesture in kind. I know, but I would like to walk down the street, or sit down somewhere without being called traitor, snake whore or anything else. Hell, we can't even go out because of the damned villagers. You are one that seems to think I need protecting. I have no problem being seen with you and I don't care what they say, you are my snake whore, and you are my slutty bitch. Anko leaned in, kissing Hana, who happily received it. Hana pulled back, and saw the supplies and raised an eyebrow. Anko, what is that behind you? Hana asked flatly. Anko put a sheepish smile on. What are you taking about, Hana-chan? Now I know you did something. You only call me Chan when you are in the mood, when you feel bad, or did something, so spill it, Hana said with a stern look. Well, what good is a test if you are too well prepared? Anko asked sweetly. Anko, you took 3 genin fresh out of the academy, put them in the forest of death, and took away half of their supplies? Hana asked as calmly as she could. Well, I actually took over half from them, Enko said in a matter-of-fact kind of way. Hana simply started to walk away. Hey, don't you want to go camping with me? I have everything we need. Enko called out, but Hana ignored her, with Naruto, Sakura, and Ino. Hey, it is starting to get dark. Don't you think we should find somewhere to set up camp? I mean, this is a new area to us, right? We don't know what to expect from this place at night, and I'm hungry, Naruto suggested. Sakura and Ino just nodded in agreement as they were getting tired and hungry as well, though they would never admit it. So the three of them jumped down from the tree they just landed on. Once on the ground, they started to search for a good spot to set up camp. They searched for about 13 minutes before Ino found the perfect place. It was a clearing with a small stream running west, and the grass was nice and thick without any trace of moisture. Wow, this is a great spot, Ino, Sakura said while looking around, and by the setting sun she knew it was about 7 o'clock. Why don't we see what Enko-sensei left us with? Sakura suggested. Well, now is as good a time as any. Ino took out the scroll and opened it, only to be met with a cloud of white smoke. Damn it, Ino coughed out. Once the smoke cleared, there were 3 dark green backpacks and 1 bundle. Hey, those aren't our bags, Ino said, slightly panicked. Sakura grabbed one of the bags. The first thing she noticed was the weight of the bag. It was really light. That's when she opened her backpack. What the hell, all I have are 2 kunai, 5 servings of rations, and 6 cups of ramen, Sakura said in a bit of shock. At this point, Ino and Naruto were scared and each picked up a bag. Ino then opened hers slowly. Damn it, hey Sakura, you are not the only one with only 2 kunai. She then dumped her backpack to find a mass of orange, purple, and red. Then she realized what she had. It looks like I got some clothes here, but only 2 pairs of each, she said out loud. Now Ino and Sakura were getting worried. Not only did they not have any shelter or enough clothes, they also had very little food between the 3 of them. Well, Naruto, what about you? Sakura asked as she and Ino turned around to see that Naruto had just opened his scroll. Naruto's bag was packed full. Yes, my book is still here. Enko-sensei, I love you, thought Naruto, and he quickly pocketed the small orange book. Okay, let's see, I have a zip-up sleeping bag, a first aid kit that is very poorly stocked, and it looks like that's it. Oh, wait, did either of you pack some scrolls? Naruto asked. Looked back to the girls. They both gave Naruto a yes for an answer. As it turns out, Enko let them keep the scroll that they brought with them. Sakura, Naruto, and Ino were now sitting in the center of the campsite trying to think what to do with their new supplies. Well, it looks like we are going to have to do a lot more hunting than I first thought, Sakura said with an angry voice. And with only 6 kunai between us, that won't be easy, Ino added as she looked to the bundle still lying on the ground. And only 1 tent. We can always set some traps to catch something, Naruto though out loud. Did either of you pay attention to the trapping part of class? Naruto asked with shame in his voice. Sakura and Ino gave each other a small glance before shaking in their heads and answered with a simultaneous no. Damn it! What the hell was I thinking? All that time I was trying to get Sasuke to notice me or fight with Sakura was wasted. I should have been paying closer attention in class, Ino thought, looking sad. I'm so pathetic. First I lost my best friend, now it looks like I threw away my ninja career too. Why did I have to go after Sasuke? Thought a deep-looking Sakura. Then, out of nowhere, Naruto burst into a fit of laughter which caught Ino and Sakura off guard. Hey Naruto, what's so funny? Sakura asked the laughing blonde. After another minute or 2 of laughing, Naruto managed to speak. We are the lowest of our class. This made Ino and Sakura hang their heads in shame. And look at us now, we are in a special ops team, we are in this forest, and if what I heard about this place is true, we should not be here. But we are, and I will be damned if I'm going to run away now. Naruto stood up, holding up his fist. I don't care if I am the dead last. This is where I start on my path to become the greatest Hokage ever. This brought both Ino and Sakura out of the little funk, and now both were staring at the scrolls they had brought with them. You are right, Naruto. This is our chance to show that we are better than they all think, Sakura said while standing next to Naruto. By the time we are done training, we'll have both that Uchiha bastard and that Hyuga bitch begging to lick the dirt from our shoes. Ino added in with as much enthusiasm as possible. Okay. Well, it is starting to get dark, so I'm going to go find some firewood. I'll be back soon, Naruto said, walking away. Okay, we'll set up the camp then. Hey Sakura, give me a hand with the tent? Ino asked, getting a nod out of Sakura. You got yourself some strong-willed teammates, kid. I don't think even I can find better human teammates. They have everything and more a guy can ask for in his teammates. Will you shut up? For the last time, they are not my mates. They are my friends. I don't think your friends will like that temper of yours. I hate you. Wow, it is hard to believe that something so deep can come out of Naruto's mouth, Sakura said while putting up the tent. I know what you mean. He's a lot smarter than he looks. I mean, if he would have tried in class, he may have claimed the top spot, Ino added as she was building the fire pit. After some time went by, Naruto had come back with the firewood and started a fire. After dinner that was put together by mostly rations, Sakura was about to pull out her scrolls to read when she saw Naruto make 13 shadow clones. He had them start running up the trees and she saw Naruto ready to do the same when she stopped him. Hey Naruto, why are you having your clones do that? Yeah, isn't that just a waste of chakra? Ino added. The real Naruto stopped and looked over to the girls, who were both sitting next to the campfire, and gave off the one-of-a-kind foxy smile that only he can do. Can you two keep a secret? The question caught Sakura off guard, but Ino on the other hand loved secrets even more than gossip. Of course we can keep a secret, right Sakura? Ino all but yelled. Okay, well, the thing that makes the shadow clone jutsu so special, other than them being solid, is if they run out of chakra or I dismiss them, I retain all their knowledge. So if they learn how to walk up trees, when I dismiss them I know how to as well. I gain all the training benefits, but I also get all the sore muscles as well, Naruto said, rubbing the back of his head. The same thought was going through the minds of Ino and Sakura. Naruto? Do you think that maybe Ino started? You can teach us your shadow clone technique? Sakura finished. I think I can, but it takes a lot of chakra to perform, so be careful. Naruto spent the next hour and a half explaining what they needed to do to learn the shadow clone, and by the end of the day they had learned the basics, and could each make one perfect clone. Wow! You guys did great. And you learned it so fast. It took me 4 hours, Naruto said in awe. Huff huff, thanks Naruto. But you weren't kidding when you said it takes a lot chakra, Sakura said, lying on her back. You can say that again. I'm exhausted, all I want to do is go to sleep, Ino said, crawling her way towards the tent. That sounds like a plan, Sakura agreed with Ino as she got up off the ground, and that's when it hit them. There was only one tent. Ino and Sakura looked at each other, then to Naruto, but said Blonde had no idea what was going on until the sleeping bags hit him on the head. Good night, Naruto. Sakura called out from the tent. Yeah, and watch out for any wild animals, Ino added. Crap, was all Naruto could say as he tried to tone out Kyuubi's laughter. Hey, why can't I sleep in the tent too? The only answer Naruto got was a twin death glare from his teammates in the tent's opening. Now that I think about it, it is such a nice night out that I think I'll rough it tonight. Later that night, Naruto was looking up at the night sky when he heard sounds that sounded like someone was walking through the bush. He got up and dashed straight for the sound, and, as luck would have it, Naruto lost his footing and tumbled head over heels right into the person he sensed. Anko looked down to see what just hit her when she saw Naruto with his face firmly in her again. Well, it looks like you've decided to take me up on that offer, any Naruto-kun? It was after that statement that he knew something was wrong, and soon found where he was. Naruto jumped up and was about to yell when Anko covered his mouth. Oh, would you give it a rest? You do know the loud ninjas don't live very long, don't you? She's right, Kyuubi added in his 2 cents. Shut up, Fuzz, but you are not helping. Naruto yelled at the giant fox. Well, it is a good thing you are here. I needed to talk with you, and now you've given me a good idea, Anko said. What do you need to talk to me about in the middle of the damn night? Naruto shot out. Anko's face went from her normal careless one to one of seriousness. Do you plan on telling Sakura and Ino about your guest? Naruto's face froze in fear, and before he could get a word in edgewise, Anko spoke again. Don't think of me as a fool. I know about the Kyuubi. Hell, I am one of the few that knows what really happened and that he's not evil. It was your father who told me that. Anko paused for a sad smile. He was like a big brother to me and one of the few that did not treat me as a traitor, but we are getting off track. Do you plan on telling them? Would you tell the only 2 people that you ever had any sort of connection with about the thing that you are despised for? Naruto asked with a dark tone. I never got the chance, kid. Someone else did it for me and I nearly lost them. But I was lucky that I still had a spot in their hearts. In your case, however, I would highly suggest you tell them before someone else can, Anko said with a tone that almost sounded like she was pleading with him. Just think about it. You 3 will be stuck with each other till one of you dies. There are no transfers. You 3 are training to be assassins. You will be teammates for life, so just remember that. Before Naruto could speak again, he felt a great pain in his left foot. He looked down to see a senbon lodged in it. He then looked to Anko to see that her serious expression was gone, and her evil smirk was back. Why the bloody fuck did you do that? He yelled as he fell back and pulled out the senbon. Oh, that? I'm just adding to your test. You still need to go to the far ends of the forest, but now you have some scenarios I put in place, K? Anko said with a grin as Naruto passed out. I guess I should drag him back into his sleeping bag. Little did Naruto know his misfortune was only getting started. Somewhere in Konoha, Mrs. Haruna was walking around, looking a little lost until she found the address she was looking for. She walked up to the door and knocked a few times. She waited there on the dark porch until the door opened to reveal none other than Sasuke Uchiha with Hinata Hyuga at his side. Uchiha-sama, I have a proposition for you, she said with a low bow. Wow, this is flowing nicely. I hope you all like it. By the way, if you feel the chapter is too short, please tell me. Also, many of you have asked for more about Hinata, and I have given in and wrote a reason why she's so full of spit. Inside of the ANBU holding cells sat the newest traitor to the village hidden in the leaves. A one Mizuki, and he was none too pleased. It's about time you got me out of here, Mizuki said while looking at the wall. Oh, would you just shut up? It's only been 2 days. You weren't even interrogated yet, said a man hiding in the shadows. It's your fault I'm in here in the first place. You said that he was weak, Mizuki spat out. How was I supposed to know the demon brat would learn the shadow clone jutsu? the man said as he opened the cell door. Mizuki stood up from where he was sitting and walked out of his cell to stand next to his comrade. So what's the new plan? The cunning ninja attacks neither the body nor the mind, said the man with a grin. Mizuki raised an eyebrow to this. What do you mean by that? The heart. We attack the heart. In the morning, Sakura was just waking up when she noticed that she was warm. She looked and saw that she was near the middle of the bed mat with Ino's arms tightly wrapped around her waist. Why the hell is she holding me like that? It couldn't have been that cold last night, could it? Sakura thought as she tried to get up only to be stopped by Ino, who just tightened her grip on her new stuffed, pink-haired ninja plushie. It was at this point in time that Sakura saw that Ino was clad in only her sky blue bra and matching panties. What the? Ino, where are your clothes? Somewhere in the village. Jiraiya shot out of his bed, wearing nothing and a notepad in hand. Damn it! Something good is going on somewhere and I'm missing it, Jiraiya said, only to have a nightstand hit him in the back of the head. It's too early for your perverted antics, said a not-so-old-looking blonde. I'm sorry, Tsunadeheim, Jiraiya choked out as he laid there bleeding on the floor. Back in the forest, the sudden outburst from the tent woke up one Naruto Uzumaki and his eyes shot open. What? Ino has no clothes on. Naruto tried to jump up so he could run in and see what all the yelling was about and accidentally get an eye full of Ino. But when he tried to get up, he found he couldn't move anything below his neck. Why the hell can't I move? Well, when your sensei threw that senbon in your foot, she had it coated with some type of poison that has paralyzed you. Then get your fucking healing into gear. This is my genin test, and in that tent right now Ino is in her underwear or less. Naruto shouted. Sorry, Kit. As much as I would love for you to see that sight, I'm sure that your sensei had her reasons to why she paralyzed you, so I'm not going to interfere. You're just a lazy jackass. After Naruto's comment, Kyuubi was silent. Back in the tent, after the shout from Sakura, Ino jumped up, not hearing what Sakura had said, just thinking something was wrong. Sakura, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, I don't know. Why don't you tell me and start with the part why you don't have any cloths on? Sakura almost yelled. Ino blinked a couple times. That's what all the yelling is about. It's more comfortable for me to sleep in my underwear. What's the big deal anyway? We're both girls, Ino said, striking a pose. Besides, I think I'm rather good looking like this. Now Sakura started to blush a little as she couldn't help but stare at her best friend body. Ino was wearing simple sky blue panties that hugged her ass very nicely and a matching bra. Sakura shook herself out of her stupor before Ino could tell she was staring at her. Well, you may look great in your underwear, but we are taking a test, so get dressed while I go wake up Naruto, Sakura said while putting on her sandals and walking out of the tent, leaving a blushing Ino to get presentable. Did she just say I look great in my underwear? Hey Naruto, it's time to get up, Sakura called out as soon as she got out of the tent, only to see that her call had no effect on her male teammate. Naruto was still trying to get the lazy fox to help him, and did not hear what was being said, so he had no idea why he suddenly had a bucket of water on his head. I said it's time to get up, Sakura said, bucket still in hand. Well, if you had taken the time to tap me on the shoulder before you tried to drown me, I could have told you that I can't, Naruto said from his spot on the ground while trying to shake the water out of his hair. Hey, if you would not have been so rude and ignored me like that, I would not have had to dump it on you, Sakura spat. What are you two fighting about? Ino called out as she emerged from the tent, only to see Sakura staring in her direction with a blank look on her face. What's with the look forehead? Sakura just pointed up above, and Ino looked to see a giant banner. Hey kiddos, I have some good and some bad news for you. The good news is I have placed more food and supplies on separate sides of the forest for when you grab the scroll or the box. You can only pick one. The scroll will have the food and the box will have the supplies. So pick well. Now, for the fun part, the bad news. I will be coming up with random scenarios for the next 6 days, so don't die on me. The banner ended with a chibi image of Anko eating dango and a scroll hanging from the middle of the banner. Ino was the one to walk over and pluck the scroll. As Ino unrolled the scroll, Sakura walked up beside her and began to read out loud. While Naruto was sleeping outside, a snake found its way into his sleeping bag and bit him. Long story short, Naruto is unable to move, so it's up to you two to carry his lazy ass, feed him, and take care of any need Naruto might have. Oh, and you must find a new campsite at least 5 miles from this one. By the end of the scroll, both Ino and Sakura were very pissed, and had the same thought running through their heads. Why did we make him sleep outside? Hey Naruto, were you bitten by a snake? Ino asked. No. That psycho bitch who calls herself our sensei stabbed me with a senbon that must have had something on it, and now I can't move. Naruto yelled, earning him a look from Sakura. What do you mean sensei stabbed you? I mean just what I said. How many ways can you take the statement she stabbed me? Aren't you the smart one? As soon as Naruto finished, he knew he was in danger. Shit, the look in the pink one's eyes is even making me nervous, Kyuubi said as Sakura began to make her way to her paralyzed teammate. You fool, you have killed us both. Kyuubi, it's been nice knowing you. See you on the other side, Kit. It was at this time that Sakura drove her right foot into Naruto's ribs with such force she sent him 12 feet up in the air before he hit the ground. Later that morning, and after Sakura had calmed down, but not by much, she and Ino packed up the campsite, and now both girls were just standing there, thinking about how to move their male teammate. Well, it's a good thing you taught us the shadow clone. We can move you without any problems, Ino said, putting her hands to a cross-finger hand sign and made a clone. The clone she made looked very pale, like it was sick, and before she could say anything Ino fell to her knees and the clone puffed away. Sakura, not being more than 3 feet away from the other girl, went over to her friend. Hey Ino, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I just feel like I have no chakra. I don't get it. I made some clones last night, but I should have recovered my chakra by now. Well, like I said the other night, the shadow clone takes a lot of chakra, and I guess you are still low from the other day. I wouldn't be surprised if Sakura's low too. My guess is you didn't sleep well last night, Naruto said from his spot on the ground. All the more reason we need to work up our chakra reserves. So, what do we do with him? Sakura asked as she helped Ino to her feet. We can always drag him by the ankles, Ino said in a nonchalant manner. No, then we will have to listen to him whining about hitting his head on rocks and other crap like that, Sakura answered. Hey, maybe we can just leave him here? Can't. Then we will fail the test and would have to go back to the academy. You know what we need to do. Come on Sakura, help me lift him up. As soon as both Ino and Sakura had picked Naruto up the arms, they found something they did not expect, and that was how solid Naruto felt. Damn! When did Naruto get those muscles? They feel nice, and where the hell did that come from? This is Naruto for Kami's sake, Ino thought while fighting back a small blush. Holy hell, can you feel that? He's a rock, Inner Sakura said. Yes, I can see that, thank you very much. Now maybe you can tell me something else I don't know, like the sky is blue or something. Hey! Grab his ass. I bet it is just as hard as his back, Inner Sakura suggested. What the hell? Sakura was cut off by her inner self. Hey, whose butt do you think looks better, Naruto's or Ino's? Inner Sakura asked. Lucky for Sakura, Naruto chose that time to speak up. Ladies, I sort of need to go to the bathroom. At that both Sakura and Ino dropped Naruto with a loud thud. Naruto, do you have any control over your bladder? Sakura asked and got a nod from the boy. Then hold it. Ino shouted. Hey, that's not fair. If one of you were in my shoes, I would pull your pants down. So Yuku. Sakura's and Ino's heads whipped around so fast that Naruto thought they would pop off. That was the very moment when the cold feeling of death fell over our blonde friend as both Ino and Sakura walked up to him with rope in hand. Later that day we find Sakura and Ino setting up their new campsite. They had spent most of the day dragging their orange-clad teammate around the forest, which Naruto did not like one bit. It didn't bother him being logged around, but it was the way the two girls did it that pissed him off. They had dragged him with a rope over their shoulders. Naruto had the rope tied around him like a cocoon and had bumps and bruises all over his face and head, so yeah, he was pissed. Big time. Hell, anyone would be pissed if something they said came out wrong and was taken totally the wrong way. Being tied up, beaten, and have a giant fox rolling around on its back, laughing at you for hours on end. Hey, Sakura! I found some berries and some mushrooms that are edible, and there are a lot of them too. At least we can save what food we have, Ino called out as she made her way to the center of camp. Sakura was putting the last rock around the fire pit when Ino called out about the food. Great. I'm starved. With all that happened this morning, I forgot to eat, Sakura said as she took a seat on the soft grass and leaned back against one of the larger rocks that surrounded the campsite, while Ino sat down next to her. Sakura was about to bite into one of the tastiest mushrooms she had ever laid eyes on when she saw Naruto under the tree. We can't eat without him, can we? I don't see how we can. He may be a stupid, loud, perverted baka, but he is a teammate and friend, Ino said with a sigh. Tell anyone I said that you are dead, got it, billboard brow? Don't get your panties into a twist. I won't tell anyone about the little piggy's crush, Sakura said with a sly smirk. For someone who's supposed to be smart, you sure did pick a dumb color to dye your hair, Ino said with a hint of hate lacing her voice. Well, at least I'm smart enough to graduate. I still don't know how in the name of the Hokage you passed. You must have passed your oral exam on your knees. And my hair is all natural, Sakura said in an all but sweet voice. Arg! Was the only thing heard as Ino lunged at Sakura. I'll kill you, you pink-haired bitch. Bring it on, you anorexic slut. Sakura rolled along with Ino's tackle while pushing the blonde off her with her feet. Ino flipped back to her feet and landed ready to fight at the same time as Sakura sprung back to her feet as well. The showdown of death had begun. Both girls gave a knowing smile as they reached for their headbands. Sakura took hers from the top of her head and Ino took hers from her waist. Both girls held them out before tying them to their foreheads. Then they dashed at one another, throwing a wide array of punches and kicks that seemed a bit sloppy. Naruto was just staring at them in utter shock. Before he could think or say anything, QB voiced his opinion on the matter. Now I can see if they are worthy of being your mates. What the hell are you talking about? I already told you they're not my mates. Kit, in the jokes I've been saying there is truth. Soon your body will absorb all my chakra and I will not be able to keep you from losing control, so I need to find you a suitable mate to keep you from losing yourself. For if you use too much of my chakra too quickly, you will become corrupt with power. I myself was almost lost if not for Nibi and Serai. It is something all demons must go though. QB spoke with such grace and power Naruto could do nothing but listen. What do you mean something every demon has to go through? I'm not a demon, Naruto spoke with fear in his voice, at the thought of what Kyubi would say next. Kit, when your body absorbs my chakra, you will become the thing that the villagers have called you since they found out about me, a demon. But why would two beautiful girls like Sakura-chan and Ino-chan want to be with a demon? I cannot answer that. All I can do is look for possible mates, and see if they are strong enough. Strong enough for what? I will tell you when the time comes, but for now just watch. Both Ino and Sakura threw a punch only to have the other catch their fist. They instantly locked hands and began a power struggle for a few seconds before they both jumped back. Ino pulled out one of her kunai and threw it at Sakura, who, seeing the kunai, pulled out her own to block it. Ino's kunai changed direction in mid-flight and hit her across her right shoulder. Guess you didn't see the wire, did you, forehead? Ino taunted as she whipped the kunai at Sakura, who was now jumping and rolling to avoid the deadly weapon as Ino proceeded to rip away at the pinket's shirt. Suddenly, Sakura lost her footing and started to tumble, and Ino took full advantage of it. She whipped the kunai back into her hand, and within seconds she was behind Sakura, the kunai pressed slightly at her friend's neck. Give up, Sakura, I won. Sorry, Ino, not going to happen. At this, Ino brought down the elbow to Sakura's collarbone only to make contact with a log. Don't you just love substitution? Sakura asked from somewhere in the trees. Before Ino even had time to think where Sakura was, she jumped out from a tree with a kunai in each hand. She threw them at Ino, and Ino had no time to act as two of the kunai scratched her sides, leaving pretty bad cuts on each hip. Why are they doing this to each other? They are going to kill each other if they keep this up. I have to stop them, Naruto said while he tried to move. And how do you intend to do that when paralyzed and tied up? Naruto turned to see a tall woman with long brown hair and red marks on her face. What are you doing here? Oh, Anko got hungry, so she went to get some food, Hana said watching the fight. She's going to be pissed she missed this. Then what are you waiting for? Get out there and stop them. Naruto all but shouted. Sorry kid, I can't do that. If what Anko says is true, then this rivalry is the key to their training. Besides, they are not going to die, Hana said with a calm voice. Naruto was about to say something when Hana spoke with a smirk. Shouldn't you be happy seeing the girls go at each other in almost nothing but their underwear? Naruto turned back to the fight only to see that their clothes had in fact taken a turn for the worst. Sakura's red dress was gone, leaving her in a small black tank top that stopped just under her, and Ino wasn't faring much better. She too had lost her top somehow and was only in her chest wraps and a skirt with two slits on each side. It was then that Naruto saw that Ino had lost her lower wraps, and he could see sky blue. Ino reached forward and grabbed Sakura by the back of her neck. Pulling her harshly towards herself, Ino drove her knee into Sakura's stomach. Sakura in turn buried her elbow in Ino's chest before both girls stumbled away from each other, holding onto their hurting stomachs/chest. Sakura and Ino were now breathing heavily and both wanted to end the fight soon and preferably in their own favor. Damn it! When did Ino get this good? I only have one option left, but if I fail, I lose. With that thought, Sakura started to do some hand signs. Ino saw the signs Sakura was making. Shit! If that thing hits me, I'm done for. My legs are too tired to move fast enough to avoid it. This isn't good. Sakura moved her right hand to her mouth and sent her fireball jutsu towards Ino. Ino suddenly pulled out her last kunai and an explosive tag. She wrapped the tag around the handle of the kunai and let it fly straight into the twisting flames. The tag instantly exploded, sending shockwaves and flames into all directions. Neither of the girls was able to dodge, and so both were caught in the explosion and flung into two separate trees before sliding down the object, blissfully unconscious. Well, now I get to go tell Anko that two of our students are out cold, Hana said. Oh, and before I leave, make sure you take care of them. How the hell do you think I should do that if I can't move a fucking muscle? Naruto yelled. Drink this. Before Naruto could say anything, the Inuzuka poured a nasty green liquid in his mouth and cut the ropes off. There you go. In 30 seconds you will be able to move again. With that, she walked into a tree and vanished. True to her words, Naruto soon found himself able to move. Now I need to see if they are alright. With that said, Naruto went to check up on his teammates. XX. Hinata! Your stance is wrong. Have you not heard a word I have said? Yes, father, I am sorry, panted a 13-year-old Hinata. You are weak. Why do you keep wasting my time? I'm trying. Father Hinata had a small amount of tears in her eyes at this point. This will be your last chance. Hayashi dropped to the Hyuga fighting stance. Come at me and hit me. Hinata charged forward with a palm strike to her father's jaw only for him to sidestep. Trying to recover, Hinata went for a leg sweep, but with her momentum she just fell to the ground. Pathetic. To think you are of my seed. As of this moment you are no longer the next in line to lead the Hyuga. Hinata's eyes widened. But father! You have been training me since I was 5, she softly said, and I see now that you were nothing more than a waste of time. Hayashi started to walk away. As of now, Hanabi will be the next heir. If you can't accept it, I will place the seal on your head. You are dismissed. Hinata woke up covered in sweat and panting heavily. I'll show him. I will make him pay, she panted out as an arm draped over her shoulder. Don't worry, Hinata, we'll just keep biding our time, and then you'll have your revenge. Sasuke, I want you there with me when I kill him. Sasuke leaned in and kissed Hinata on the cheek. Anything. The sun was shining. Well, as much as it can shine in a dark forest. The sound of an irritating woodpecker woke Sakura up, and it was safe to say that she did not feel like moving any time soon. Hey, forehead, you awake? Right here, piggy. How do you feel? Same as you, like I was standing between Choji and a buffet, Ino said with a small smile. So, what the hell was that anyway? You and I have never fought like that before, Sakura said while looking up to the top of the tent. I have no idea, but for some reason I felt like if I lost to you, then my life would be over. I know what you mean. I felt the same way, like I just had to beat you. Not that it happened, you kicked my ass anyways, Sakura said with a chuckle. What are you talking about? You were the one that almost burnt me to a crisp with those fireballs of yours. As much as it pains me to say it, you and I are dead even, Ino said as she sat up with a painful grunt. I guess I'm going to need to train harder to beat you next time, won't I? With a wince, Sakura sat up and gave a look around. How did we get in the tent anyway? Sakura asked. When she turned to look at Ino, she received a look of complete and utter shock from her friend, only to give her the same look. What the hell are you wearing? Came a twin shout from both girls. They then looked to see what it was, only to be met with, it's bright, Ino said. It's hideous, Sakura said. It's my worst nightmare. Ino continued. And no, this can't be, Sakura said getting scared. It's both girls said. It's my jacket. Both Ino and Sakura turned to see Naruto coming into the tent dressed in only his pants and black t-shirt with an irritated look on his face. Why the hell are we wearing your jackets, Naruto? Sakura asked. Look, I know you don't like them as much as I do. However, it's either that, or you can just spend the rest of the tests in your bras, which I won't complain about, Naruto said with a grin. At this, Ino and Sakura both pulled down the zipper of their jackets a little and looked under, just to zip them back up at the speed of light with huge blushes painted on their faces. What the hell, Naruto? What did you do to us, you pervert? Ino screeched as she threw her arms around herself. Whoa! Time out, I wasn't the one that fought till my clothes were nothing more than very tiny revealing rags. It's not my fault you were in your underwear, Naruto yelled. You are right. Thank you, Naruto, we're lucky to get you as a teammate, Sakura said softly. You are lucky. I mean, since when is a guy that covers a half-naked girl a perv? Wait, what did you just say? She said thank you, and she's right. Who knows what might have happened if anyone else found us like that. Thank you, Naruto, Ino said with a small smile. So, where are the bags so that Sakura and I can get dressed? Well, that's a problem. During your fight, they were sort of burned up. The only things I could save were your scrolls. The 2 pairs of shorts that you are wearing, and Naruto was hit in the face by 2 speeding fists, sending him out of the tent. Don't ever dress us again, Naruto. Just cover us up the next time. Both girls yelled. Hey, be happy I did that. I was content on have you 2 stay in your underwear. I mean, damn. Both of you are beyond steaming, so I hope the next time is sooner rather than later. Naruto said, going back into the tent only to be sent flying again. Pervert! Yelled 2 blushing ninja hopefuls, somewhere in the trees nearby. You know what? I'm starting to like that kid, he's got balls, Anko said with a smirk. He can also take a mean hit, Hana added in. So anyways, what do you think of our team? Anko asked. Well, despite Naruto taking longer than needed to dress the girls, I think he shows plenty of promise, and he may be the pillar that holds the team together. Especially when the girls learn the cold hard facts about being ninja. The girls also have great potential, Hana said. You are right. Naruto will be the powerhouse due to the fact that he seems to be a natural with jutsu to such a high degree. It will be very hard for anyone to beat him in a one-on-one fight. If he can learn to control the fox's chakra, it will be almost impossible. With the support the girls can offer, this team will be feared far and wide, Anko said with a grin. Must everything you touch be feared? Hana rolled her eyes. Anko looked at her lover and proceeded to smack her ass and palm it firmly. Well, I'm touching your ass, and no one fears this firm piece of meat. No, but I can make you fear me, Hana said in a playful voice. Oh, no more sex. Anko's face was so white her old master would be jealous. But, see? Everything you touch, Hana said, giving Anko a peck on the lips. Anko cleared her thoughts. Anyway, if they don't bond soon, I'm going to send them back to the academy. If they don't connect, they won't live past their first real mission, Anko said. Hey, I'm going to set up the camp. It's going to rain soon, Hana said. And don't worry, they'll do fine, she said while dropping down the tree. A few hours later we find Ino, Naruto, and Sakura sitting in the tent as the rain began pouring down. For their part, Sakura and Ino were still a little uneasy about Naruto dressing them, but were also very happy with the meal that he had provided for them. Naruto, how can you make squirrel and rabbit taste so good? Sakura asked with a full stomach. Yeah, Naruto, this is really good, Ino said, although she had barely touched her food. A fact which did not go unnoticed by either Naruto or Sakura. Well, to be honest, I hunt all the time and I learned what types of spices go well together, Naruto said, rubbing the back of his head. Ino and Sakura looked to one another before looking back to Naruto. What do you mean that you hunt all the time? Sakura asked. Yeah, have you never heard of the store? Ino laughed. Naruto's face went from a smile to a somber one. I'm not liked by many of the villagers. That goes for the stores too. Well, I've seen how some people treat you. You must have done something to piss everyone off, Ino said in a matter-of-fact way. Yeah, whatever it was must have rubbed them the wrong way. You might want to make a formal apology, Sakura said with a shrug like she knew what was going on. Done something? I'll tell you what doing something has cost me. Naruto stood up. I'm not allowed in the normal stores and shops. The stores I am allowed in charge me more than anyone else. Those jackets you are wearing cost me $350 each. If it wasn't for the old man's ramen, I would have starved to death years ago. I have been beaten, stabbed and poisoned all on the same day and left for dead. That was all before the age of 7. At this point tears were threatening to spill down Naruto's cheeks. Hell, this is the first time you and Sakura even talked to me in almost 10 years. So tell me, what in the hell can a little kid do to deserve that? Naruto yelled as he dropped 2 small velvet pouches to the ground and walked out of the tent. Sakura and Ino were in a state of shock. They had never seen Naruto yell at anyone like that, nor had they seen him so upset. His life can't be that bad, can it, Sakura? Ino asked, trying not to believe what she just heard. I think it might have been. I mean, I've seen him trying to buy things from time to time, and the shopkeepers always chase him away, Sakura said in a sad voice. What I want to know, though, is why? Ino asked. That is something only Naruto himself can answer. Ino and Sakura looked to see the owner of the voice only to see their sensei. What do you mean, sensei? Asked Sakura. Everything Naruto said is true, if not worse. I think he added the sugar coating for your benefit, Enko said in a tone that said she meant every word she said. What does he mean that we haven't talked to him in 10 years, though? We haven't known him that long. Hell, you and I have barely known each other that long, Ino said. Like I said before, that is something only Naruto can answer, Enko said as she bent down to pick up the small pouches. Come on, Sakura, let's go get Naruto to tell us what the hell he is going on about, Ino said as she and Sakura got up and put their sandals on. You will do no such thing, Enko said firmly. Why not? We want answers. Ino shouted. Because this is something that if he feels the two of you should know, then he will tell you on his own. Do you know why that is important? Both Ino and Sakura exchanged looks before shaking their heads no. It's because that way you know you have his trust, which will improve your teamwork as a whole, and make for a stronger friendship with the strength of steel. If you were to force him to tell you, he will only resent you for it, and keep you away, Enko said. Seeing both young girls nod their heads, Enko turned to leave. Very good. Now, I know that this is a test, but I feel the two of you need some shirts. With that, Enko set down 2 black tank tops in their pouches. I would still keep those jackets though. It's going to start raining soon, and for a good part of the next day as well. Good night. Enko was gone as fast as she had shown up as it started to rain. At Enko's campsite, Enko landed in front of her tent, looking forward to a good night's sleep. You are playing a dangerous game there, Enko. Enko turned around to see none other than the Hokage himself. What do you mean, Lord Hokage? You know precisely what I mean, Enko. You were dangerously close to breaking my law. Why are you forcing the situation? You mean why am I pushing them so that they will survive in their line of work? Or why I'm pushing for Naruto to tell them about the Kyuubi? If I knew back then what I know now, then you can bet your old ass I would have done so many things different. Those kids think that being a ninja is all, get the bad guy and lock him up. They need to know that they will be putting their lives on the line and to learn that it's kill or be killed instead of that fairy tale bullshit. Enko took a minute to see if the Hokage was going to say something, but he only just stood there. Those girls in there have no idea what is in store for them. They don't know what kind of things they will see or what they may have to do. Sakura and Ino are going to need each other to get each other through it, and they will need Naruto even more. The sooner they open up, the sooner they can start protecting each other. I'll be damned if I'm going to just spring it on them like it was done with Hana and myself. By the end of her speech, Enko was screaming, tears glistening in her eyes from the past memories. Hana had come out of the tent to see what all the noise was about, and had almost started crying because of the memories. Enko, you only just met these kids, and you already care so much for them. Now you know why I had pushed so hard for you to be a sensei. I knew you would do great. Please, I implore you, do all you can for them, Enko. With that, the Hokage disappeared in a poof of smoke. As soon the Hokage was out of sight, Enko broke down, falling to her knees crying her heart out. Hana tried to calm Enko down, but failed as she started to cry as well. Back with the others, Ino and Sakura were just sitting in the tent, thinking about what Naruto said and what Enko had said. They were so deep in thought that they failed to notice the rain was coming down harder by the minute. That is, until Naruto came running in. We need to go. The water from the river is rising, and fast. What? Came 2 shouts as both girls shot bolt upright. That's not possible, Naruto. There has never been a flood in all the history of the village, Sakura said. Guys? Ino asked. True, but we are not in the village anymore, Sakura. We are 13 miles from the village in the Forest of Death. I don't think they record the weather patterns for this place. Guys? Ino asked a bit louder and pointing. You may have a point, but if this is an area that the village uses often, there would be something on the books, Sakura shot back. Guys? Ino said again, almost yelling. Sakura, this place is only used 5 days a year for the Chunin exams. The rest of the year it's used for private training. The village does not send people here, they come on their own, so there is no need to record the weather patterns. Naruto said as he grabbed his bag. I don't see. Sakura was cut off as Ino made herself known. Will you two shut the fuck up? Water is coming in the tent. Ino screeched. Naruto and Sakura looked down to see that they were standing ankle deep in water. Okay Naruto, you win, let's just get out of here, Sakura said as she got out of the tent while being followed closely by Ino. Hey! Wait for me! Naruto yelled as he left the tent only to see Ino and Sakura standing staring past the tent. What are you looking at? Naruto asked as he turned to see what they were looking at, only to see a wall of water coming right at them. That is a lot of water. That's not helping Fox. Thinking quickly, Naruto grabbed both Ino and Sakura and put as much chakra into his legs as he could and jumped onto a tree that was close by just as the wall of water came crashing down on the tent, washing it away along with the remainder of the food and their bedding. Great, what the hell are we going to do now? Ino asked. What are you talking about, Ino? We have no food, no clothes, and no shelter. We failed the test. Now we're going to be sent back to the academy, Sakura said angrily. Sakura Ino was going to say something, but stopped when Naruto jumped to the next tree over and stood up. Sakura Ino, if we are going to be on the same team, you are going to need to learn that giving up is never an option. Both Ino and Sakura looked at their teammate with the same thought. It was Ino that spoke up first. Naruto, how can you keep going after everything that's happened? I mean, how are you so strong? No matter how hard things may seem, it can always get worse. I mean, I saved your scrolls, said a smiling Naruto while he held up the 2 scrolls. Now come on. It's raining and it's late. We need to find a place to sleep. Naruto jumped off. How can he just keep going? We just lost everything we started with, and he's smiling? Well, I guess we have no other choice but to get used to it. He said giving up is no longer an option. Come on, let's go before he comes back, Ino said with a smile before jumping off with Sakura right behind. It didn't take long for the 3 to find shelter under a large hollow tree trunk. Well, we can stay here for the night before we head out, Naruto said. At least we'll be dry. Thanks Naruto, Ino said while sitting down to rest her legs. I have to admit, she's right, and there's no way we can be flooded out this far from the river, Sakura said sitting down as well. Well, I aim to please. Go ahead and get some sleep, Naruto said turning to leave. Where are you going? Asked Ino. To find a dry tree to sleep in, was his simple reply. What's wrong with here? Sakura asked gesturing to the log. Well, like the tent, I just figured you don't want me sleeping here. Don't worry, it's raining and well. Sakura looks to Ino and gets a nod. And you earned our trust. Really? I don't have to sleep in the rain? Nope. Just don't try anything, Buster, or I will remove what makes you a man, Ino threatened with a grin. A grin which Naruto could not tell if she was serious or not. A rock flew into the tree, barely missing Ino's head by an inch. What the hell? She picked up the rock and found it was wrapped in a piece of paper. She unwrapped the paper and read it. The test has changed. All you need to do is survive. It's signed by Hana-sensei. Damn it, why can't you just leave the test alone? Naruto said, standing up and hitting his head. Well, I for one think it's great. Now we don't have to worry about moving, or have to worry about picking up the box or scroll, Sakura said with a smile. The group stayed there for the next 2 days with little problems, so they just sat there waiting out the rain, reading their scrolls, and holding leaves to their bodies with chakra. They often made a game out of it, to see who can hold the most. Well, Ino and Sakura did. Naruto never won a game. Hey Ino, what's it like in someone's mind? I mean, is it a mess of thoughts, or is it like a library? Naruto asked. Ino was taken aback a little. No one had ever asked her about her bloodline before. Well, Naruto, it's more like an art gallery. The memories appear on the walls as pictures, and all I have to do is touch them so I can see the memory play out. Not all of them always look the same. They are unique to the person. There are some that look like grassy plains, some like the sea, or some like volcanoes. It all depends how many good and bad memories that person has. So the more good memories they have, the happier the setting, and the more sad memories they have, the sadder the setting? Sakura asked. Yep, that's it in a nutshell. Why do you ask, Naruto? Well, I guess I was just curious is all. He looked out of the tree at the rain. The 6th day here starts tomorrow, and it looks like the rain is giving out, Naruto said, happily eating some fish. Naruto, stop talking with your mouth full. You are in the presence of the most beautiful girls in the village, right Sakura? That's right. You should count your lucky stars to be here with us. I'm sorry, my ladies. How can this humble servant be of use to you? Naruto said, kneeling in front of them. Both girls just started laughing at Naruto's joke. You can start by wearing a leather collar that Ino and I are going to buy for you after we pass this test, Sakura said. Right on, Sakura, Ino said, giving her best friend a high five. After some more laughing, Ino and Sakura looked to Naruto with sadness etched upon their visages. What is wrong, you two? He asked. Naruto, we never thanked you for what you did in the fight we had with that Hyuga. If she would have landed that blow, neither Ino nor I would have made it to the team selection, Sakura said. The truth is that Sakura and I are happy we were put on the same team as you, Naruto. Thank you, Ino said with a radiant smile. We can't for the life of us figure out what would possess you to put yourself in harm's way though, Sakura said. For us anyways. I mean, we treated you like trash, Naruto, so why? Ino asked, sounding sad. What? Would you have me stand there and let my friends get hurt? Naruto asked, looking down. Naruto, I'm sad to say that we weren't Friday, but Naruto cut Sakura off before she could finish. At the time, no, you two didn't see me as a friend. However, you used to see me as your best friend. Naruto saw the confused looks on their faces. I guess I should start from the beginning? The girls gave a nod. Okay then. Well, you met me before we ever went to the academy. Ino, the day you met Sakura under the oak tree in the park, I was there. I saw how the other kids made fun of Sakura and you sat under that tree to cry. Then Ino came up to you, and you stopped crying, so I watched the two of you for a day or so. I saw that you guys became very close, so I thought if I sat under the same tree, that I also would get a friend. I did after a few days of sitting there. Both of you came up to me and started talking to me. As the days passed by, we were inseparable. We would play, laugh, and eat lunch together every day. Hell, I even beat up anyone who made fun of you too. One of my favorite memories is when Sakura brought a book that had a picture of a fox in it, and said it looked like me, after which you both started calling me Fox-kun. Unfortunately, though, flashback, Sakura-chan, Ino-chan. I have something I want to give you, yelled a small blonde boy. What is it, Fox-kun? Questioned a small pink-haired girl. Yeah, what did you get us, Fox-kun? Inquired a young blonde girl. This was all little Naruto said as he pulled out a large crystal with an orange swirl wrapped around a yellow lighting bolt. This is the only tie I have to my mom and dad. It is my most beloved item, and I want you two to have it. It's so beautiful, Naruto, said a starstruck Ino. We can't accept that. It's special to you, Sakura said, never taking her eyes off the crystal. Naruto gave a real smile, before he sent some chakra into the crystal. It split right down the middle of the lighting bolt into two separate pieces. He gave one to Ino and the other to Sakura. I know, that's why I'm giving it to you both. The next thing Naruto knew, he was getting a kiss on both cheeks from Sakura on the left, and Ino on the right. Thank you, Fox-kun. A twin cheer came from the girls and they hugged him hard. As Naruto's luck would have it, however, just as the girls finished their hug, a strong kick sent Naruto sailing into the tree. Demon! Stay away from my daughter. Naruto didn't get to finish as a fist made contact with his face, sending him down. Daddy, what are you doing? He's our friend. Ino cried as she tried to stop her father. Ino, it's a monster and I don't even want you thinking its name. Same goes for you, Sakura. Stay away from that creature, yelled an older pink-haired woman. But Mama? No, but Sakura, that thing will kill you. And flashback. And that was the last time I saw either you. That is, of course, until I entered the academy. By then I guess your memories of me were gone, and both of you were chasing after Uchiha, so I left both of you alone in hopes that at least you two could find the happiness that was so elusive to me. By the time Naruto was done talking, Sakura and Ino held their heads down in shame. Naruto, I'm so sorry for the way I treated you, Ino said. I don't deserve this, Naruto. Please take this back. Sakura pulled out her pouch and handed it to Naruto, with Ino not far behind. Sorry, ladies, but a gift is a gift, and I'm not going to take them back. Besides, we're friends again, he said with a grin. Why though? Why aren't you mad at us, and why does everyone treat you so badly? Ino asked softly. I can't say right now. Why? I thought we were your friends. Why can't you tell us, Naruto? Sakura pleaded. That's just it. I just got you back, and I don't want to lose you, not now. I'd rather not have that happen again, Naruto said, looking at the ground. I'm going to go to sleep now, okay? I'll see you in the morning. Sakura and Ino did not go to sleep for a few hours. They were so deep in thought that sleep was elusive. Naruto's mind. You know, you are going to have to tell them sooner or later. Don't you think I know that? I just don't want to lose them again. If they really care about you, then they will know that you are not me. Thanks, Fox. Even I have a soft side. Who would have guessed? Now get over there, pull their pants down, and ram them till they can't walk without remembering who did it to them. I knew it. You're only in this for yourself, you bastard. Well, what else would you think? I've been in this wasteland that you call a brain for damn near 16 fucking years. I'm horny, and with the stamina boost you get from me, you can take the both of them 6 times at least. Naruto was about to say something when a new thought popped in his mind. At least 6 times, I heard that, Kyubi said with a large grin. I hate you understand that much, don't you? Kyubi made a kissing motion. I love you too, brat. With that, Naruto left his mind to get some sleep. He slept like a rock, but all that ended when he heard his name being shouted by his team. Naruto rushed out, only to see both Sakura and Ino looking ready to fight, and standing next to a man in a gray ninja flak jacket. It had sashes across the belt line and extended past the waist. There was one scroll pouch, located over the left. His pants were dark blue with black slashes on each hip, and he also had black sandals on. There were bandages wrapped all around his arms with shuriken winding all around them. His green hair was kept from covering his face with a black headband that had the symbol of the Cloud Village. Haha, this must be my lucky day. Not only did I complete my mission and find a bonus, but now I get to kill 3 little brats. The leaf is truly generous, bellowed the Cloud Nin. What kind of mission can you have here? Ino demanded. I guess I can tell you, Seeing as how I'm just about to kill you, the Cloud Nin let out with a snicker. His snicker escalated into full-blown laughter when he saw the fear written on both Ino's and Sakura's faces. Naruto jumped in front of his teammates and got into a fighting stance. You will not hurt my friends. What do you think you can do to stop me? The other so-called ninja could do nothing to stop me from getting them, the Nin said, pointing to a tree. Naruto looked to where the man was pointing to see two children, a boy and girl, tied and hanging from one of the branches. Naruto quickly recognized one of them. Konohamaru, Naruto! Help us! Konohamaru yelled. Let me go, you pedophile! Yelled the young Hyuga. You see, kid? The girl there is a Hyuga. I killed 3 Jonin and 6 Hyuga bodyguards to get her. That loud-ass wipe? Well, he's the grandson of your older-than-dirt Hokage. Naruto, what are we going to do? Sakura asked with a scared voice. What do you think? We are ninja of the leaf. It's our duty to try and stop this guy. But Naruto, there is no way we can beat this guy. Ino said, like it matters. I'm just going to kill you anyway, after which I will take my prisoners back to Cloud. Naruto wasted no time as he raced towards the foreign ninja, only to have the Cloud Nin sweep out his legs from under him. Before Naruto could even hit the ground, the ninja drove his left knee deep into Naruto's stomach before using his right leg to kick Naruto into a tree. Naruto! Get up, we need you! Konohamaru yelled. The young Hyuga just kept trying to get free from her ropes with little success. It's okay, Naruto will get us out of here. Konohamaru stopped what he was saying when the young girl looked at him with some anger. What the hell are you talking about? He just got power kicked into that tree. If we don't free ourselves, we are doomed. No, we are not. Just you wait and see. Naruto will win. You just keep thinking that while I try and get myself out of here. The Cloud Nin was walking to where Naruto had landed with a kunai in hand when a green vine wrapped around his arm with its thorns digging into his skin. The Cloud Nin turned to see that the vine was actually a whip, and followed it back to where Ino was holding the other end. You know, little girl, that's not very smart. Don't you think I know that? I'm not about to just sit here and let Naruto fight alone though, Ino spat out. And no, Ino, run, Naruto said in a small and raspy voice. Heh, fine, have it your way. You can die together then, he roared. He jerked the vine, and Ino was catapulted straight towards the tree that Naruto had just been forcefully introduced to a while ago. Ino went flying with a sickening crack before falling next to Naruto. Well, looks like you don't have much strength to use that effectively, now do you? The Cloud Nin gave a half smirk before going through some hand seals, then ripping 6 shuriken off his arms and throwing them at the two blondes. Lighting shuriken jutsu. As soon as he finished, lighting rushed from his mouth, energizing the shuriken. 3 of the shuriken landed next to Ino, and the others next to Naruto. Electricity began to arc from shuriken to shuriken with 12,000 volts coursing through them. With a scream, both Ino and Naruto fell unconscious. Do you know how hard it is to sneak up on someone who knows where you are? The Nin asked, looking to a tree. Sakura's eyes shot open in fear. He knew I was here the whole time. We are not going to survive this. The young Hyuga kept struggling against her bindings. See? The two blondes there just got fried. How are they going to save us? How Konohamaru? I don't know, he said softly as he watched the fight. The Cloud Ninja strolled on over towards the tree that Sakura was hiding behind. Why don't you come down and say hi? Naruto's eyes fluttered open and heard what was being said. As Sakura, don't run please. It was at this time that some red chakra began to flicker around Naruto. Sakura jumped down from the tree with a look of absolute terror plastered on her face. Well, it looks like the little mouse is scared. The cat will give you a free shot. Come on, give it your all, the Cloud Ninja said with a big grin as he spread his arms wide to either side. I can't do it. I'm going to die. That may be true, but I think if we are going to die, then let's go out with a bang. Now pull yourself together and make his ass well done. Right. Sakura ran through the hand signs faster than she thought she could. Phoenix Flower Jutsu. 4 burning balls of fire shot out at the enemy kneeing from her mouth. The older ninja, in his arrogance, was caught off guard and had no time to dodge. He crossed his arms and was hit by the fireballs. Sakura was in a state of shock that she had hit him, and a smile made itself known. She was about to check on Ino and Naruto when a voice came from behind her. Nice try, girlie. Sakura spun around to see the enemy standing there without even a single burn mark. Sakura looked back towards the body only to see a burning log. Mind Shocker Jutsu. Sakura was on the ground instantly as a small bolt of lighting shot from the ninja's finger. The only thing that was moving was her eyes. You must be wondering what it is that I just did to you, right? Well, this is one of my favorite jutsu. In essence, it sends an electrical discharge through your spine and messes with the messages that your brain sends to your muscles through it. Basically, it shuts down all your bodily functions by overcharging the outgoing connections of your spine. What makes this jutsu so unique is that it makes all incoming relays stay open, so you feel everything. So think about it. All the feelings of a touch, the pain of a kick, you feel it all, and you can't do a thing about it. Not even scream, the man said sickly. What am I going to do? I have to save Sakura and Ino, Naruto said to himself as he struggled to stand. The red chakra appearing from him helped to dull the pain and make it easier to stand. Guess what? Because you like fire so much, I think that I'll let you play in it. How does that sound to you? Sakura was scared and her eyes showed it when the man started some hand signs. Lighting then struck the ground, starting a fire not too far from Sakura. QB, I need you to help me. Give me your chakra. Kit, if you take my chakra, it will speed up your transformation into a demonin. Will I be able to save Sakura and Ino? I don't know. There is a chance, but the difference in skill between what you and our enemy has may be too much. You had me at I don't know. So you are still able to stand? That is very impressive, the older ninja said as he walked past Naruto. Naruto could now see that Sakura was in danger of catching on fire. You and your little bitches have really put me in a bad mood. He bent down and picked up Ino, throwing her over his shoulder. You know what? I think she can help me with all my pent-up stress, he said as he began to grope Ino's butt. That was it for Naruto. The dam could take no more. Naruto exploded in a fury of red chakra. Naruto's hair started to change as the tips became red and his whiskers became much darker as he grew claws and fangs. This caused the Cloud Ninja to drop Ino at the feeling of such a powerful chakra. Naruto jumped clear through the flames and emerged from the other side with Sakura in his arms. Clutching her closely, he checked to make sure she was alive. He saw tears flowing profusely down an otherwise emotionless face. It was at this time Ino opened her eyes to see Naruto walking out of a fire with Sakura in his hands. Naruto walked up to Ino who had stood and handed Sakura to her. Keep an eye on her, Ino-chan. Ino stood there looking at Naruto and his new features, red chakra roaring all around him. The voice still had the same warmth that Naruto's speech carried, but it was darker and deeper. Okay, Naruto, you. Naruto pointed a clawed finger at the now scared Cloud Ninja. You come into my home. You tried to kidnap my friend. You tried to burn Sakura-chan alive. You said you were going to rape Ino-chan. I will not permit you to taint this world that I live in anymore. Naruto's voice echoed through the trees. Naruto charged at his prey while taking random strikes of lightning. The man from Cloud dropped Naruto with a punch to the jaw, only to pull back in shock as Naruto came back to his feet. I don't know what you are, but I'm going to kill you. The Nin slapped his hands together, and his hands started to glow bright blue. Let's go, you little bastard. He dodged a swipe from Naruto's clawed hand and gave the claw an uppercut at the wrist, snapping it. Gra. Naruto grabbed his wrist for a second. You think a broken bone will even slow me down? Naruto pounced, knocking the Nin to the ground and started to slash left and right, tearing into the man's clothes and skin. He grabbed his enemy's shoulder and drove his open mouth at his throat, but an elbow to the head knocked Naruto off. Naruto recovered quickly and charged, taking the Cloud Nin with enough force to make them both tumble back. When they stopped, the man was laughing as his kunai found Naruto's stomach. The laugh died with the man as Naruto jammed a clawed hand right through the former Cloud Ninja's heart. Naruto's eyes rolled into the back of his head and he lost consciousness, never seeing his sensei land next to him. What in the blue bald hell happened here? Anko yelled. Ino, eyes overflowing with fear and confusion, filled in their sensei on everything that had happened. Anko picked up the now bleeding Naruto, while Hana grabbed Sakura, and they all went to the hospital. 7 hours later at the hospital. Ino, what do you think happened to Naruto back there? You know as much as I do. Whatever it was, I was afraid. I actually felt safe at the same time, though. I must sound crazy. No, I know what you mean. Even though I couldn't move, I felt the same. The look in his eyes. Ugh. Ino and Sakura were pulled from their conversation by a noise from their male counterpart. Naruto, are you okay? Asked a concerned Ino. Ga Ino. Sakura came Naruto's soft groan. We are here, Naruto. Naruto turned to the voice to see Sakura and Ino standing to the left of him. Sakura W. What happened to your hair? Sakura grabbed her new shoulder-length hair, and then looked at the ground with a sad expression. It was burned off in the fire. Sakura, I'm sorry. If I was stronger, I could have protected you. Naruto, don't. If it wasn't for you, I would be dead and God knows where Ino would be. Besides, Ino managed to even it out, and I don't look half bad with short hair. It's hard to feel bad when one has a friend that would cut her own hair to make you feel better. Naruto looked over and saw that Ino's hair was now a short ponytail. Naruto, what happened to you back there? Naruto's heart sunk to the area of his stomach, and now he knew there was no way around it. Ino-chan, Sakura-chan, I want you to know it was nice to be your friend one last time.